Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'ma flick up. Feel I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Look, straight from the mud like Ruby. Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly. I've been sliding, shaking, moving. I've been popping in my city. Shawty say she love the way we do it with me. I be too turned up to ever give a I ain't come to argue, let a please, baby. They been talking pennies, I need bigger bucks. About to catch a flight, I need to switch it up. Got that black boy joy, might do my dance on him. Take no disrespect, might put my hands on him. Hit this chicken, now she wanna marry me. But she gon' need some closure and some therapy. Came back to the city with my bank account on F. Giving rappers I know they happy that I left. Hit the south in winter, I just put down my deposit. 82 degrees, I left that jacket in my closet. Feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'ma flick up. Feel I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Hey, look, came in with the what's that? Left out with the who she. Laying game like 2D, I been kicking like Bruce Lee. Margarita to the brim tip, black denim need a slim fit. Same people that I flex with be the ones that I'm in the gym with. I'm a living legend, you a dead cause, and I'm dead. No, I'm dead, right? Leaving early, but I'm here night. Long and short to keep the head right. Teed up out in Malibu, got sand all in my good shoes. Pressing with the pessimism, but I only came for the good news. I am the show that they came for, hitting the target I aim for. We've been discussing the contract, just telling they get what they paid for. I am not with poverty, really it started to bother me. I need the yacht with the property, they come with the view that you gotta see.
Let's go for contact, Joe P. Bam, Joe Friday. Go Friday. It's like it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, but we'll take it. I mean, not Tuesday. I'm fucking idiot. Thursday. Your day early. I'm dog this week, boys.
I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up.
Drip, what up, bro? Shout out, EOS down in Texas. Yep. You followed me on Twitter. We posted about that already.
I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Work with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure.
Some people are fucking retarded. Imagine trying to cap on somebody online, being like, yeah, the cheap provider will be back up again in 24 hours. And yeah, detected again in 24 hours. They got too many fucking users. Like, whenever they re-enable injections, it's beaming a fucking bat signal into the sky for Ricochet and a team, whoever's working with Activision.
If you know, then you know. Suited up, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was
ridiculous.
The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you
Ridiculous.
Give them a name
How's the PlayStation audio up? I hear really good. Maybe all the console kids can quit fucking crying about not hearing footsteps, and somehow PC players can, because we tune it. Here's my thing. If you ever said that what we were using on PC was cheating, you're not allowed to use that on your console. Not allowed. It's cheating. You're cheating. It falls back to that thing I was talking about it. Grumpy said it's an opportunity, but it's really just, like I said, it's advantage versus unfair advantage. Just because you have an advantage over somebody doesn't mean you're cheating. I mean, when a transgender person joins into women's sports, well, actually, no, that's not a good analogy, because the answer to that would be, is it an unfair advantage? Well, it depends on what state that they're fucking joining that sport. Biologically, I think so. I think that's an advantage. I'd be wrong. Interesting. Anyways. Yeah, not too bad. We got to do something about that. We got to do something about that, KD. That's not good. In comparison, that's not good. It's like I play better when I play aggressive. And I play aggressive resurgence because I know, like, if I die, I die. It is what it is. But, like, Battle Royale, you can't really play that aggressive because there's more at risk. As you can see by the total style, which, by the way, that's different. We dropped a 30 last night. Which it's not even right, because we have a video where we dropped 38 or 36. EO got hit again. Yeah, I know, Cody. We were just looking at that. Black Ops 6 and Warzone detected. Modern Warzone 2 and DMZ is updating. Modern Warfare 3 is updating their spoofer. They don't even know what the fuck's going on with it. Nah, you're good. You're not late. We just started, brother. We just started. Just started. But yeah, I was supposed to thank God Call of Shame fans could finally shut the fuck up about audio cheats. And none of these audio EQs manipulate game files. That's just retarded to say that. Who the fuck is this? Oh, people follow me and then say dumb shit like that. Called Cloud at a Cornfield? The fuck kind of B-movie shit is that? What's up, Grumpy? What the hell? I know Frank gets ads for my shit. Frank, do I have good ads on my channel? Is YouTube serving you guys with good ads, or is it bullshit? Like, we did make over $900 over the election cycle from Kamala Harris's campaign. I don't know why the fuck you would advertise that on my channel, but whatever. These nuts, Nugget said, don't worry, Call of Shame already has high refresh rate monitors and fiber optic internet providers in their crosshairs. They're exposing all these hackers that exploit any advantage 50-year-old men on 70-inch projection TVs with daily adult experience. Yeah, facts. Wait, it said that I had a hidden response, but I couldn't see it? I don't see anything offensive. I don't know why it does that. What's up, Louisville Cards? How you doing, brother? You can say hello from the top of I-75, F-79, whatever. How country are you, Hoppa? So country that my family would take family vacations from the Dayton, Ohio area to Louisville, Kentucky. What's in Louisville? Well, as an adult, I really can't say much more than the Kentucky Derby, but as a child, Louisville's a dope place. They got the Ripley, believe it or not, museum down there. They've got the Louisville Slugger manufacturing facility that you can tour. You literally watch them making King Griffey Jr.'s bats back then. That was the coolest thing as a kid. Having a beer, just reminiscing, man. Just reminiscing about Louisville. Oh my God, he says it like he's from there. It's going downhill. I've heard, bro. I've heard. It's sad, you know what I mean? But we'd always stop in Louisville. It was our stop. We had family in Hendersonville down there by Nashville. And Louisville was our stop, you know. We'd it was the way my parents drove, 4.5 hour drive from Dayton to Nashville, and we'd stop halfway down there and do something fun. Remember, yeah, well, my whole family's from Kentucky. My mom's side of the family's from Kentucky. They're from like Highton and Hazard counties. I got an aunt that lives down. Well, she just moved because of her age. They couldn't keep up, but they lived outside of Somerset and Grady'sville. So if you know about Grady'sville, like that's one of them places they got their first stoplight in the late 90s and had a whole fucking week-long parade celebrating it. They raised goats out on like a 80-acre parcel and got tired of it, got old, then moved back up here. A little bit more urban environments, they get better help. And you know how it is out there. But it is not Louisville, it's Louisville. Louisville. He was born in North Carolina. Oh, he's born down by Grumpy. All right, moved in when he was 10 because his dad's from. All right, I got you. North Carolina's pretty shit too, man. I actually played for a team down at arena team down at Erlanger, a little bit north of there, years ago. Outside of Hazard, hell yeah, moderator. Let's go, buddy. You know what they say about Kentucky, man? That's where it's going to be extremely overpopulated at the end of the world because everybody heard that Kentucky's 20 years behind everybody else. I remember as a kid going on down there, down to like grandma's, like the family reunions they'd have every few years down there. Back when people used to do family reunions where like 70, 80 people would show up, you know. It'd be like, this is your cousin's, uncle's, brother's, cousin's, neighbor's, dog's, aunt, owner's, caretaker's brother. You're like, all right, welcome, grab a plate. You know, everybody's fishing. Anyways, and the teenage hanging out with my older cousins, we'd always sneak on down to the creek, and they'd have little thin chains, you know, like you would have like. You would attach like your bait baskets to, except for when you reeled that sumbitch in, it was a fucking clay pot with a fucking like a steel casket lid on it. There's some good stuff in there that burnt your throat. We got in trouble a couple times, but this is what it is. Kentucky foreplay, hey sis, you up? All right. Oh shit, the hell, moderator, somebody in our family has fucked each other before, you already know. You already know. You get your choices is limited down there. Now my grandma told me stories about growing up down there, about how hand to mouth it was. She told me, like back then they didn't have no money, they raised pigs, right? They did a pig farm, pigs and chickens. And she told me like everybody would get a gift made for their birthday, right? Like mom would make them a gift. And Mama Yost, that was the maiden name, the Yost. The Yosts. She knitted her some pretty socks, right? Like really a little flowery thing on the side. And she had they had just gotten like she got to go walk with the big kids to school or whatever. From like elementary, I guess, to secondary school. And she's probably like 10, 11 or whatever. and she's walking to school, and a pig fucking started attacking her. The pig's just vicious. Pigs are mean. Pigs are aggressive and mean. People don't know that. Ripped her socks all up. She's like, I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried when I got home. And my dad, you know what he did? He told me, if you gonna cry over some socks that was given to you going to shit, try paying for the stuff yourself. Made her go get a job. Back then you could do that, you know, like 11, 12 years old, just jobs for everybody. And then she got married and had her first kid at like 13, 14, something or other. We're totally on par for normal down there at that time. You know, he was either a farmer or a coal worker, but everybody was starting adulthood around 13, 14 years old. You're the one that sent me a message on Twitter the other day. Did I respond? Oh yeah, I know who you are. You got Cavaliers and Louisville athletic shit pinned. All right, I know who you are. Yeah, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. Oh, let me pull out my notepad. Got notes. We got notes. All right. That's party. Access granted. That's stupid. That's stupid. There's none of this shit's what I'm looking for. There it is. Everybody's been bitching and moaning and saying I gotta watch this and respond to it. Oh, I see. Okay, I know who you are. I know who you are. Horrible here, bitch. Thanks for what you have. Hell yeah, Dan. Hell yeah, brother. Yo, ghost, let's go with the 10, baby.
You think TeamSpeak and Ventrilo will make a comeback?
Now, former Blizz speaking head of Discord. Do you think TeamSpeak and Ventrilo will make a comeback up? And no, I think we're going to be paying by message. There's going to be microtransactions in fucking Discord now. Plugins, you're going to have to pay per plugin. It's going to be bullshit. Appreciate the 10 though, brother. Mortis with 18 months. Let's go, baby. Appreciate the 18, brother. Jeez. Talking about support, man. Yeah, that's my mom's side of the family. Stanimal from Kentucky. All right, let's do this here. We gotta watch this here, but for some reason I feel like for aesthetics purpose, I should turn off the goals and then take my that look good? But when I watch the video, it's gonna make me look like I'm looking over there, though. So that's the problem. Yeah, it looks good enough. Yeah. First and foremost, he's got beautiful hair. Holy shit. I haven't had a haircut in going on 2 months. We're creeping up on 2 months. I'm shaggy and bushy. I can only imagine that's probably like 10 years worth of growth. I've never committed to something like that ever in my life. I would not have the patience. Kudos to him. But if I had hair like that, I would condition my hair daily. I'd be using only primo products. And I'd learn how to do the little head swish. I'd be head swishing all the time with my hair. You'd fucking hate me. Hopper with the long hair is a bitch. Hopper with the long hair is a sassy ass bitch. I promise you.
Today I got to interview John, the notorious console cheater.
So just FYI, we've covered console cheats at length on my channel. We have covered console aimbot, where we had somebody come on and test aimbot. It's computer vision. These AI console, everything, and just computer vision cheats. It's the same technology that they use in autonomous machines, self-driving vehicles. It's a technology that is able to take a frame by frame approach to identifying objects within that frame of footage. So there's several different aspects of it, and then it, like the identification of the objects, which a lot of them have it identifying, like the little circles that pop up, the diamonds over the head, things of that nature. Some of them really go into detail, and they train it across, like actual different angles of the player models. Like you can go in and data mine the actual 3D player models and train it on that as well. So, I mean, that takes a lot more time. Obviously, the people that are doing that are out there making that money back and that time, getting paid for their time. A lot of the wager kids that are making a bunch of money in the console scene, not all of them, but a lot of them are cheating. A lot of them are using this right here. I think if we actually had a definitive number of how many people were using these types of cheats, you'd be shocked. But we covered a guy that got caught using them in wagers. The ex-hacker hunter, I guess. I don't know. Current part-time hacker hunter. I don't know what you want to call it. But he has an audio app, and he was setting up the audio tune for somebody, and they were playing on their console, and they were using this technology. And he busted them. He refused to do their audio for him. He was like, you don't need fucking audio if you got aimbot. Go fuck yourself. And I agree with that. I was like, major kudos for Aura for that. But I mean, they even have a rudimentary form of wall hacks with these console cheats. You don't believe me? I did a whole 10-minute video on it. Now, I say rudimentary because the way it works isn't really polished, nor do I feel like it offers any kind of like severe advantage. What it does is it uses sound and tries to like triangulate the position that sound's coming from when you have like through surround sound. So like if the volume's heavier in this direction, it'll draw like a line to that direction. Not a perfect science, but it's one of these things that like the more this technology develops, the better it's going to get. And the problem with all this technology evolving is simply none of these people providing these types of cheats are the ones that are going in and doing the research and development portion of that. That's all done by AI companies like, Tesla and OpenAI and all those companies that are developing the technology, and they're just retrofitting it for their purpose, their needs. So like we got cars that could drive their stuff. You don't think we got fucking programs that we can run through a capture card and then output to, through G-Tuner to your Titan 2 and it aim for you? You think that's, come on, man. This shit's been around.
But I've seen people do it. And then you'll see on the map it like.
You can never look at Rah the same way after seeing the shirtless dance. Oh, are you talking about the members only video I did? Hey, you want to hear a funny story? So like I had a clip of that, but it was only like a 2-second clip, and it had like the annotations, like the next video and shit over it. So like I was never able to use it, but for some reason I was just clicking around YouTube and it fucking popped back up on my feed. It was like a 4-year-old video. And it was from a diss track that he did about Bad Boy Beeman, and it was at the end of the video. So I downloaded that video, and then I made that. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
It's up, and yeah. So
I've been waiting to do. That's one of those clips that I've been waiting to do for like 4 years, and I finally got the fucking source clip to work off of.
This is where the weights come in. So there's something about you're able to train them to make this all better. I don't know about any of that per se. in the options.
So the guy that I had found to come test these cheats had access to these things. He had paid for them. He had checked them out. He'd not really tuned his shit to make it as overpowered as some of the ones that I see. The people that have all the tunings that are super overpowered and have put a lot of time and money into this aren't really wanting to ruin it for themselves, so they're not going to talk to me.
Tab, let's see.
Training it would probably involve, but yeah. And the funny thing is I got accused of whatchamacallit. They're like, you're advertising. Can't be used anymore. And I'm like, how am I advertising when the literal provider of the cheat that the guy was using when we did it on live stream banned him halfway through the live stream? It's exclusive footage, Bluetooth or anything like that. I would assume the limiting factors would be latency on this, and yeah, the limiting factors on these types of cheats are latency. The better the capture card is, the better the processing PC is, you know, and then after that, it's just the weights, just tuning it. But latency is one of the biggest factors in whether this is overpowered or just a gimmick for you. I'll give you an example. If I decided to use it, it would be extremely overpowered. I have an i9 9900K, 3060 in there. That might be a limiting factor, but I could throw the 4070 in that streaming in my streaming PC, and we'd be fucking Gucci. Fuck, I could use my my gaming PC as the streaming PC for this. I would just have to take the Elgato 4K capture card, the Mark II that I have, and put it in there. That's one of the best capture cards you can get, as far as I understand. Shout out Mike Yeager for fucking hooking us up with that one. But like, there would be virtually no latency for me, and yeah, I could, yeah, with that you can hop on console and absolutely just drop nukes. Like, it does the aiming for you. Like, so I'd say, I don't know how much time it takes to put the tuning in, but I'd say if you put in half of the amount of time that some of these guys, like that ACR guy or the guy we're about to watch, put in, you'd be top 250 on console in a matter of weeks. Okay, more so. Yeah, the Mark II 4K 60 is beautiful. Now, if you got one of them like little modular capture cards or like some $30, $40 off-brand Amazon capture card, it's probably not going to work that well. Let's be honest with you. You're only as good as the tools you work with, and this is very true, especially in cases like this here. But let's go back to the video from the Obstinate. Definitely give him a follow. It looks like he does really good content. Looks like he's just hit the algorithm, or still waiting to hit the algorithm, but it looks like he does fairly decent content. How to beat top 250 Zimmers, Cronus users. Looks like he plays ranked on console. So definitely worth the follow. I'm gonna hit him with the fucking sub. Hit him with the sub. This is probably one of his most popular. Yeah. Okay. So let's watch this.
He's their dot. Oh my god.
Dot. You see that?
And he explained a lot about console and the cheating problem that we have going for top 250. And y'all are going to be absolutely mind blown of what he showed me.
So this device also works for like 2K if you wanted to like have an auto green script, or, you know, things like that. There's a plethora of games you could do this on. You could do this on Rainbow, like.
You basically just in any game.
Well, the method, it's not the cheat that he's used. The method can be used on virtually every other game. Because like I said, all that's really happening is it's getting shown a picture. It's identifying things in the picture. If it was, let's say 2K, and you want to get that perfect jump shot, you know, where your meter goes up and you hit that green, that's what it's going to be analyzing. As soon as it sees that green meter's full. And again, the only mitigating factors would be latency, which if you had a bad setup, you could calculate however much input latency there is there, and then put the delay, or like an inverse delay or whatever, like it make that input come 30 milliseconds early or 50 or whatever it be to have your perfect jump shot in that game. Same thing goes for this. The way he's talking, it seems like they're not training it off of the actual models. They're training it off that little diamond on top of their head.
Huh?
You can basically do this on any game. So how does it look in
Yeah,
game?
you can do it on MLB, like in game. Like, okay, you want me to load into a private match?
Yeah.
And shoot bots. Okay.
Oh, so is this the screen you see all the
Let me put
time?
my food. Let me put my food to the side. No, I don't play off this screen. No, I play off my regular screen. This is just what it's this is just what it's capturing.
I'm not doing
yes, so this is the G tuner. This is basically what's doing the all the hard work, running the computer vision script, as you can see right there, computer vision GCY script aim engine underscore main running, and then the GCV output is I guess the G tuner computer vision output is outputting to a virtual input device. I'm going to start this video off by saying they can fix this. It's extremely easy to fix this, but they won't fix this, and I'll tell you why. My opinion. Disclaimer, this is my opinion. They will be cucking a lot of people that help them sell COD points, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. To be honest with you guys, they're not going to ban you for using DS4 and DS4 scripts. It's not going to happen. And if you're playing in the top 250, you're playing at a disadvantage if you're not using them. Promise you. Promise you the vast majority of them are using that. DS4 is a virtual input device. Okay? You have your hardware device, your controller plugged into it, and it becomes its own controller, right? So inputs go from your hardware device to your virtual input device, output that like it's a real device to the game. And in between, it allows you to run scripts and things. Same thing as this. To an extent, you're running a script, you're running macros, you're running, whatever. They could just eliminate virtual input devices. There's actually two reasons that I don't think they'll ever do that. Number one reason is because it completely wipes out DS4, and number two reason is it completely wipes out any like non-manufacturer major label type of brands. Like, you can't go get a $30 Walmart controller, a Logitech dumb shit controller, Mad Cats or whatever, and plug it in and expect it to work. It's got to be an officially licensed controller, whether it be one of these controller builders. Like the board has to be an officially licensed board in there. Now, that's not saying you can't have custom controllers that go in there and add things like the back buttons and, remove the rumble motors. As long as the board came from the like Microsoft or Sony or whatever, it should be good to go. But they're not going to do that. You know why? Because it may only amount to 0.1% of their overall profit by allowing these people to use virtual input devices. They're not willing to lose that 0.1% of profit to improve our experience. That's how little they think of us. They think we're that dumb that we're not going to care. And if we do care, who cares? That's that's the respect that they're showing for their player base.
in the dark side, chat. I'm literally trying to learn what the they're doing to cheat on console. So like, how many people do you know that are using this exact same cheat?
Just me and ACR. I mean, Aqua was accused like an hour ago by this kid named Aqua, but that kid is dog shit, actually dog shit.
Okay. Let me give you a little insight to how many people are using this. Easy Aim Lock. It's the company that provided the cheats that we tested. The ones that found out we were testing them live and banned the user that was using them almost immediately. They have a Discord where you have to be an active purchaser of their scripts to be a part of. So we're talking, you have to pay a few $100s just to get entry into there. The moment your subscription ends, you're gone. They have a bot in there that'll kick you right the fuck out. A lot of providers have these. So you're only in there if you have an active sub. I have not seen their Discord drop below 3,000 people. One provider. There's several providers of these types of cheats for console. Easy Aim Lock is one of them. I don't know if they're the biggest, but they're the one that I heard of first. And I have never seen their user base drop below. I think when months ago, at one point it got down to like 25, almost 2,600, but consistently over 3,000 concurrent users. One provider for console cheats. What does that amount to in the large scheme of things? If I had to guess, I had to put an estimate together, I'd say 15,000 total users of this type of shit and growing every day, because this is a surefire way to never get banned. You're never going to get banned doing this. There's no detection vectors for this at all. You will not get banned. That's the scary part about this. You're not getting banned. You can use this all you want.
Like, I don't know.
15,000 out of millions, you may never run into these. The people that are running into these people are the people that are playing ranked.
And he never gave us any like clue that he was doing anything, but just me and ACR that I'm aware of. As far as people that are like actually good at the game and like could reach a top 250 rank. No, there could be.
And that's another thing. These aren't types of cheats like you would say like PC rage hack cheats. These are the type of cheats like they're going to give you that extra 10 to 15%. You know, they're going to give you the they're going to make the game, instead of having to be a 5-tool player, you're only going to be a 4-tool player because the aim's pretty much automated at this point. Yeah, I saw engine and got stick. Yeah.
Plethora of like plats or diamonds or, you know, but.
Can you move the aim engine out the way a little bit so I can see the screen?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
So the way this
$10
works is
LFG.
in it. Does it detect dead bodies or no?
No. So it's just indicated. Here, I won't shoot the bot. It's just indicated off where the pink dot is. Now it's a little like, it can be a little like frustrating when people are on points because it'll also drag to like bomb sites. If a bomb site's pinged, it's like almost impossible to shoot at somebody on a bomb site. That's why I just.
Okay, so let me ask you this: in the color customization, and maybe this guy's a dumb fuck. I mean, hey Chucky, appreciate the 10, bud. Let's go, buddy. But maybe this guy's a dumb fuck, and he doesn't know. But you can change the colors in your game to different things. I don't know whether you can change the difference between like a ping, a bomb site, and an enemy player. But if you can, I would train it on just the enemy player and make them a distinct color that doesn't show up in the game. But that's basically what it's doing. It's running each and every frame that's going from this capture card is being off-putted from the capture card to this script, and this computer vision technology is scanning each and every frame looking for those pink dots, right? So it's happening at the speed of light. You know, especially if you got a good setup like this guy's obviously got. It's going pink dot, aim here. Pink dot, aim here. Pink dot every frame. Here's how it looks blatantly obvious to somebody like me that understands how it works. You ever seen anybody with that shaky aim? It'll shake. That's because every frame it's inputting a new aim location from XY to XY to XY to XY. It's giving it a move down and to the right this much, move up and to the right this much, move down and to the left this much, to meet the point that you're hitting the headshot or wherever you've decided to aim, as according to its relation to whatever that indicator is. In this case, it's a pink dot.
Just like if there's ever anything pinged, I just ask my teammates not to.
So if your teammates ping it.
Yeah, so if they like pinged a bomb site and like I was like looking at the bomb site, it would fuck it up because it would just keep dragging to the bomb site. But
yes, this is on console, Chad. This is Xbox. Yeah. So can you do this on PlayStation 2 or is it only Xbox?
Oh yeah, you can do it on PlayStation and Xbox. So when people, that's why when Lexime was saying I just queue the PlayStation lobbies because there's nobody, they can't do it on PlayStation.
Here's the thing. If you could run the console through a capture card, you can use this cheat. You can develop easily a cheat for any game with the same principles that I just explained. Dude, you could do it on a Nintendo. You could go play Apex on a Nintendo Switch. Run that Nintendo Switch through the capture card, and you could have an aimbot on your Nintendo Switch. Because it's going in to the capture card, frames are being analyzed, outputted to a virtual input device, Titan 2, let's say in this case, and then outputted to the game, to the console, as inputs that you were making on your input device. But the problem is it's getting its inputs virtually. Anyways, again, they can fix this. They just got to eliminate virtual input devices, but that means bye-bye DS4, and I don't know if they're willing to put any streamers in that position.
And I was like, yes, they can.
So do you have it like fully cranked right now? Or is this
honestly it's one of those things where you have to mess with your settings. So if I go over here, like there's different max radius settings. Like these settings are very complicated. Like they took me a while to figure out, but this is my search this is my search area. So if I widen it, this just widens the search of like targets.
Yeah.
But having a wide search area also like leaves room for like error for like the.
So it's basically like what you would see with PC cheats where they have like the circle in the screen and aimbot only works as if the aim, like they say that you got on headshots only if the head's in that circle. You know, I mean, yeah, it's like the aim FOV, so you don't see people doing fucking 360s and snapping onto shit that they don't want to snap onto.
The recording. So if I widened it all the way, if there was anything pink on the screen or like anything that resembled the color of the pink dot, it would drag onto it.
Yo, here's the thing, like I understand changing the colors has a benefit in the game and that's why they let you do it. Like I watched Brawless play and his colors, like he never jumps a corner and death pops at a teammate because the colors are just so vibrant and they stand out. But I also see that that's one of the ways that people use that portion of the game to help them in this regard, so they can make things colors that don't exist naturally in the game. Did I just allege that Brawless is using console cheats?
He's hacking! It's the fucking cheater!
I don't know. He does play in those eerie lobbies too on console. Is there such thing as a console check? Can we get Brawless a console check? Do the streamers who use DS4 hit up a guy to program their shit? Nah, you can do it. You can do it yourself, or you can buy them. They're really cheap. Yeah, that's Luigi. Yeah, well, technically no. Technically no, because there's some things like behind the scenes that aren't widely publicized. Like for instance, like Rewaz got banned because it allows you the ability to have aim assist because it's virtual input device or whatever. It allows you to have like aim assist on keyboard and mouse. But there's also in the newer version a way that you can run it and it not give you that ability and stuff like that. So there's ways around it. Companies would develop a product immediately, even if just one game were to do it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. And that's what I didn't understand when they blocked Rewaz and shit. I'm like, okay, I see Cronus, but blocking Rewaz is a lot of people that are disabled, that are gamers, use that to remap their custom input devices and make them work. Like King Quadder 49er, I know I bring him up a lot but he uses his mouth to play the fucking game. So, I mean, yeah. But there's ways around that. There's ways to be able to here's my thing. You'll whitelist a cocksucking motherfucker that sells you COD points as the most toxic piece of shit nobody fucking likes. 95% of their goddamn viewers are fake. But a motherfucker like King Quadder 49er has nobody to pick up the phone and be like, hey, I use Rewaz for my custom device so I can play your game with my mouth, which is fucking incredible. But here's the problem. Even if King Quadder 49er got a hold of somebody, they'd probably just ignore him because that's what type of people they are. The majority of them are fucking leftist people that pretend to care about people, but when it comes to push comes to shove and they actually got to prove they care about people, they only prove the opposite.
Okay.
Looking at you, Shanice.
He was saying in the video, like if you sprayed something, like you won't lock onto that though, will you? Because it doesn't have a pink dot.
Jesus.
No.
I wish he'd move the aim engine thing, but he is zapping.
You have to see the pink dot.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, like, yeah, you have to have, decent centering, like.
So you guys remember that COD perk back in the day that would make the red name show up? It would make their name show up at longer ranges and like faster. And if you know what I mean? I forget what was the perk called? Somebody look that up for me. That would benefit you a lot if you're using this program.
Wait, so are you on controller doing this?
I wish I could show you. Hold on, I wonder if I can pull up I could show you a clip of like what I mean. If I can get my Xbox.
So you're doing this through an Elgato from your Xbox that's capturing the screen.
I'm doing it from an Elgato from my PC, but it's running through my Xbox. Because I only started doing this season.
And in one of my videos, this is an editor's note for when we turn this into a long form video. Editor's note. I literally spent like fucking 4 hours developing a diagram that showed you exactly how it works with arrows and explanations. And I'll probably just put the editor's note in here to just clip that from the old video. And this is the part where that goes. So, all right.
I was tired last season of just all the Zimmers and the Zens and bullshit.
How much did you have to spend for this?
Dude, that's so much bullshit. Just because everybody... Dude, you can't beat them, join them? That's such a fucking shit mentality. That's such a shit mentality. And first off, it's not the real reason you cheat. Let's just say it's probably somebody that's out there defrauding people using cheats, like this fucking cocksucker, not Dobson, but the guy he's talking to. It's a character deficiency. You're a fucking loser. Nobody probably likes you, and it's your own fault. Don't sit there and say because everybody else is doing it. Shut the fuck up. All that is representative of is there's a lot of fucking low character fucking individuals in this community. That's what, let's be honest about it. So was I a cocksucker when I cheated? Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I was going through, I'll be honest with you, like it was more of a, like once I got into it, more of a quest for knowledge because I was like, oh wow, this is cool, I'm learning a lot. But before I got hooked up with that portion of it, you know, inside with cheat providers doing beta tests and all that shit, it was a character deficiency. I had just lost I just lost a 6-figure income. One of my dream jobs, living in Hawaii, one of the most beautiful states, one of the most beautiful places in the world. You know, I was my own boss. I loved my life. And then the government said, we're going to take everybody that helped you created this life. We're going to pay them more than you paid them to stay home and not come to work with you. And since you're the business owner, go fuck yourself. There's no fucking help for you. You just got to figure out what to do next. Oh, by the way, you can't do what you used to do for a living because it's illegal now. Yeah, I was in a rough place. I'll be honest with you. I was just ready to shit on anything. And at the time, Call of Duty was the game I was ready to shit on. We had already quit Call of Duty. I've told that story a million times. All my friends that I decided I'd start streaming with decided to go play Tarkov. Tarkov is a boring fucking, I'm sorry, Tarkov's boring as fuck. That's why the viewership's so goddamn non-existent. And when I saw the 50,000 engine owning bandwave, whatever, I was like, look, they got rid of all the cheaters because I was a moron. And I didn't know what I know now, that when they banned 50,000, 150,000 are created, and every last one of them are on, just to make sure you know they didn't do fuck all to fix the problem. And that's exactly what happened. I convinced all my buddies to go back and play the game. 6 out of 7 games we were blatantly rage hacked against. I said, if I get rage hacked on one more time, I'm going to get cheats myself, and then I'm going to burn them up and quit the game. And guess what happened? We jumped out of the plane the very next game. A cheater team wiped us before we even got to the ground. Ended my stream when got engine owning 3rd day because I got a 3-day trial because I'm not a complete loser. I didn't get the fucking month trial. In fact, I'm going to sit there and cheat on a game for a month. Like, anyways, 3rd day, Beeman did his thing, clipped it, showed it before I turned the walls on and explained to everybody this is a major problem, and then deleted the game. I woke up, saw the video, re-downloaded the game, and said, let's see how long it takes to actually get banned off the internet for cheating in a video game. Spoiler alert! If they can put ads on it, you're not going anywhere, brother. So why go to shit on other people so quickly? I don't understand what you mean so quickly. You mean 5 years later? Because I'm more educated and more qualified, and the knowledge that I'm bringing to the table has a fucking significant amount of credibility compared to anybody else doing this type of content. Yeah, Mefs, let me ask you, who else in this space knows as much about the industry as I do? But I don't know what's going on in his life. Okay, I understand where you're coming from, but Meth, do you not think that when I was doing the thing, I got shit on constantly and deservedly so? You know why? You know why people used to shit on me? Because I was cheating, and they really, at that point, don't give a fuck what's going on in my life. And rightfully so. You're either on Team Hoppa, which is on the side of competitive integrity, or you're on the team Go Fuck Yourself, which this guy is on team Go Fuck Yourself. Not a professional dick, yeah, hey, it is what it is, man. I do what I want, and I say what I want, and what I say is what I mean. And if you don't like it, cry about it. Pure Noble? What about Pure Noble? I like Pure Noble. He's a good guy, man. He's really good. He's a fantastic, I don't want to say internet sleuth, but that is kind of a term of endearment for me. Those guys are good. A lot of them are good at what they do. But he's an investigative journalist. He's really good at that, Compass. But I don't think he's ever beta tested for providers, worked inside of one of the biggest providers for the game. Like I have. Been able to soak up that knowledge.
For completely everything,
Mhm.
like
By the way,
it's Zens and bullshit.
How much did you have to
And when
spend
HDR
for this?
For completely everything, like minus the PC, 600 is worth the investment because I got that back in boosting 2 accounts. Like you boost an account.
there you go. What did I fucking say right there? What did I fucking say? These guys that are out there spending the time to tune these to make them super overpowered are 100% every last one of them making that money back. They're boosting accounts, selling boosted accounts, you know. How many times you ever come across a Crim or an Erie and just absolutely worked them and you're like, how is this guy not in gold? That motherfucker bought the account. He bought the account. And he's playing in your skill base, way outside of his skill base because he had somebody with cheats as the one that was leveling the account up. So he's in the top skill bucket when he should be somewhere around the middle because he's dog shit. And the reason because of the fact that he's dog shit, he's never going to get an Erie, on his account. So he goes and buys another one that already is because it got boosted by cheap. Not this guy. I don't know why I just nodded at him.
Count Erie.
I don't know because there's a lot of things that Noble comes to me and asks me, and that might be why he has like in DMs, and that might be why he has knowledge in that regard. But there's a lot of questions that he asked me that he'd already know if he went through that route. So I mean, I could be wrong, man. I'm never, like I always say, like everything I say on this channel is an opinion. It's a well educated opinion, in my opinion. But like I could be wrong. 100% I could be wrong on everything. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Pretty sure I'm usually like fucking spot on about most shit, and that's not tooting my own horn. But I strive. Like I'll be honest with you, if I just wanted to put feelings out, basically sling a bunch of shit out the fuck, I've had daily videos out like Fully and Rick all goddamn day. But I pride myself on putting out content because that's impactful. So you know what I mean. It is what it is, man. Everybody's got their own thing, but this is one of those people I'd rather save it up so I could, or fucking when I make a video about like this, like everything that I put in there, I believe wholeheartedly. I'm not just like, look at this. What do you guys say? All right, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like at the end of the day, like, I'm pretty sure that gets less changed than, So I play 2K at COD, people cheat, I work hard, just want to have a fair chance at winning. Randall, yeah, I feel it, brother. I feel it. I mean, that's go back to what we were talking about, and that's fine. You're 100% fine. We welcome healthy discussion like that. It is what it is, man. I mean, I don't change the past. I can just use it to make the present and the future better. But I was at that point, too. Like, I just want to fucking play and have a fair chance. And I realized I wasn't. I wanted to see what it was like on the other side, see if there was something I was missing. And there was. But in all honesty, you learn things. One of the things I've learned right off the bat was after about 3 days, that shit was not fun anymore. It was just boring. But thanks, Bad Boy Beam, and I decided to keep going to find out the answer to my other question. How long does it take to get somebody banned off the internet? View the clips I sent you on Discord. Panda, what is your name on Discord? Okay, I just sent you a message. And I will in a second. I'm gonna add that to the list here, brother. Oh, you're good, buddy. Dude, if you saw the amount of fucking shit that I get, the fucking mountains of shit that I have to wade through to get the messages that are meaningful. I'd say about 25% of the messages are, hey, Hoppa, unalive yourself. The other 25% are, hey, I love your channel. Let me commit. Let me do thumbnails and editing for you. Here's my link to my portfolio. Another 25% of them is, oh my God, this guy Teep is cheating, or this guy insert guy that is definitely not cheating is 100% cheating, you know, and then they just link me to a fucking 6-hour stream and expect me to go like look and see what they want me to see or something like that. And then the other 25% is meaningful shit that I need to pay attention to. It's just hard to find it. All right, bet. I'll put it on, man. We got to get through this first though.
$300, like to just boost 2 accounts.
Yes. So the guy is saying that he spent $600, I imagine, to set up, and he's probably incorporating the capture card, $200 capture card. I mean, like, he didn't incorporate the cost of the streaming PC. So there's $1,000 easily. Which some people already have that. And then the subscriptions to the cheats. Yeah, I'd say about, I mean, I'm probably getting less than 600, but he probably, I would imagine that 600 includes access to the tuning, because he said that he uses the same exact weights and tuning as the ACR guy, who's a well-known console cheater. Yeah, I'd say 600. I'd probably get it cheaper than that, but yeah, that is kind of wild. $600 to fucking cheat. You can go get a lifetime for like $300, $350 to some PC cheats. Lifetime. Weird. Well, I mean, yeah, the other side is boring unless you're making money, I guess. But yeah, but I mean, even then, anything you do for a living is not going to be as fun as it was before you did it as a hobby. 600 is not, you know, you can get DMAs out the door for less than 600 now. I can go get a Elite card for like $240. I can go get the firmware for, I don't know, 120. If I already have the capture card, I already got everything else I need in that regard. If not, that's an extra 200. Yeah, so I'd say the range of undetectable cheats right now, entry level, is probably about $400 to $600. $600 on being on the highest side for like this guy paying for weights and tuning and shit like that. He said it took a long time, but I bet that he had a jumping off point. I bet he bought some scripts and then just kind of tweaked them to his liking. I mean, Vortex was involved in all these original videos that I did covering console cheats because he's really familiar with virtual input devices. So, you know, like he could better probably educate you guys on the cost of, because I mean, like, you can go get DS4 scripts for like, I don't know what, you can probably find some for like some dog shit ones for like $15, really good ones for like $30, you know, and then whatever you're paying for the hardware, whatever you're paying for the computer vision script. Well, look at this, $600. Say it is $600 out the door. How long would it take you on CMG to make that money back in a console environment? Probably not long, maybe a week, right? If you're just playing a week, 2 weeks possibly, if you're not fucking out there just like dumpstering everybody, making it obvious. $600, yeah, the majority is capture card. Yeah, the capture card's really important, because if you got like a shitty $100 capture card, like, it's probably not going to work that well. You're going to have a lot of input latency. Like, if you have a capture card like I have, it's a $200 capture card, the Elgato Mark II, you're probably good to go. Your $5 hacks were shit. I know, right? That was fucking terrible. My $5 hacks made me look like I was just two boxing into easy lobbies, getting super stoned, and then selling the bag always in the top 5. That's what that honestly looked like. But that wasn't what was going on, guys. I assure you, they were $5 hacks. Sort by Hoppa's most viewed, and it'll be at the top. Will it? Yeah. This one would have been 500,000-600,000 views, but it got copyrighted at like 100 or 225 by the dickhead that fucking the VPN Ninja dork. Yeah, the console wall hacks. That was when we were like, holy shit, there's a version of wall hacks. Yeah.
To your and you can cover the cost.
And you can't get banned because you're playing on console, and they can't detect it because
that's the scariest part. That's the scariest part because
exactly.
you're never gonna get banned. I promise you.
Like that's why
there's no detection vector for this at all,
buddy. You're gonna have to, also get every Zimmer on Rainbow Six Siege banned
and more to the point, to the fucking single-digit IQ viewers that leave in the comments, and every one of these console cheats video has it. They're like, yeah, but you still need a PC. See, PC's still the problem. Ban PC. You're retarded, okay? You know why? Because the game is still taking place on the console. To the Call of Duty servers, the only thing they see is Xbox or PlayStation. That's it. They don't see anything. That's the problem. Yes, it does take a PC. It does take a capture card. But if you just ban PC, you fucking idiot. People are still using these cheats in console-only lobbies. Ah! Anyways.
Every Zimmer on Call of Duty banned. And there's like too many to count. So, but if I see them get banned, that would be shocking.
You basically already made your money back for this point. So even if you got banned, it's like.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. I'm up like 2.4. And then I just make another account, boost it to 250, and then sell it for 800.
Same thing the PC cheaters do. If they were to ban it, it's no big deal.
I want to sell it. It's a Dark Matter account. If I get 250 Season 3 too, that would be pretty nice. And then I'll try to sell it for like 1.4 if I can. Because the EU kids will buy it.
Yeah, because no one
they're hungry.
Did this kid just say he's selling accounts for 1.4? Am I to assume he's making $1,400 off of boosting an account to iridescent cheating? I am in the wrong business. Yeah. If I had these cheats, I promise you I would be churning out an Erie account a week.
Can you send me a link for an Erie account? I'm
100%.
harsh stuck gold, so I'm shit and offended.
Damn, knowing what I know
on the
now,
floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor
start
laughing
streaming
emoji.
a lot less
Rolling
in the
on
near
the floor
future, guys.
laughing
I'm
emoji.
sorry. Hey, Grumpy, appreciate the 20, brother. Let's go. Can you send me a link for the Erie account? I'm harsh stuck cold, so I'm shit and offended. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. In fact, I have a link to it in the chat. If you !buy cheats, it'll pop the link up. How obtainable is the vision cheats? If you want vision cheats, just !buy cheats in chat, and it'll pop the link up for you guys. All right, everybody's afraid to do it. They're like, I'm not going to be the one that does it. Here, I'll pop it up for you real quick. But y'all are scared. There you go. Panda did it. Let's go. Is it real? Yeah, that's the link. If you want console cheats, that's the link you need right there. In case you guys were wondering what pops up. Yes, it's a McDonald's hiring link. We got to add that a long time ago. There was a guy that was like, "It's Hoppa sells cheats. That's why he knows so much about cheats." And I'm like, yeah. So the big provider that I used to beta test for got cease and desist, everybody except for me, and that made them think that I might have had something to do with it. Whether I don't think I can confirm or deny whether I did, but side note, I don't think I did, at least directly. The reason that I didn't get a cease and desist is because I never got in bed with them financially. I was there just because I was kind of interested in learning about it. I was more interested in content creation. I just didn't know what niche I was going to go into. And I learned a lot about this, and it really makes sense that I put the knowledge to use. You're so hungry now? I know, right? Every time I click that link, I'm like, fuck, I want a Big Mac. What's up, Amnesia?
50 accounts. Yeah.
Wait, so are you on controller or
so
keyboard and mouse
Killer
doing
Sam?
this?
I'm on controller. I used to play legit roller. I was top 250 Warzone season 5 last COD, and I'm like a 9 times 250 on multiplayer. That's why like I said, if you gave this to a diamond, they would probably make it to crim. Like it doesn't drastically improve your gameplay.
10 to 15%
It does
improvement.
drastically improve your gameplay.
It makes
you
a
won't lose many gunfights.
4-tool player, a
There's
5-tool
still
player.
an aspect of the game you need to
takes
understand. Like you need to understand how to block spawn trap, break spawn traps. You know where to pinch on rotates. Like especially when you're playing good people. Like if you're playing 250s, you need to know like obviously.
So the way the guy's talking, he knows how to play.
Or not the basic, but the things that most plats or people that play this game regularly, like not regularly, don't know.
So basically,
yeah.
so if somebody's having like crazy movement on you, like for instance, like does the movement make it harder to kill them?
Yeah. Like if somebody's snaking the head glitch, like it's gonna be much harder to kill them because.
What do you mean you can't snake in this game, really?
Radius, but
yeah,
obviously it won't be impossible because that pink dot will track onto the last place that they just crouched.
So you see how his aim's flicking around and like in that little circle, it's flicking around trying to, like it's a per frame analyzation of where that dot's at. That is what the shit looks like in a kill cam. That's why it's easy to tell who's using it.
And I'll just continuously spray at it until.
But the problem is there's no detection vectors. Ricochet is not running on the consoles trying to detect whether people are doing this or not. And even if it was, this, like I said, I don't really know how you detect the use of this other than just completely eliminating virtual input devices.
They repeat their head. But sometimes when there's slides or like if somebody slides long on you, sometimes it's like hard to track. It's not like perfect aimbot. Like I don't know if you've seen PC aimbot where like they're just shooting through walls, perfectly tracking your head. Like that's not the case. And that's why when people call it aimbot, I'm like, I don't think you know what aimbot is, buddy.
Well, pixel bot, color bot, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's literally, in a nutshell, all these cheats, the way they perform is the engine, the computer vision engine is fed a picture. It's trained upon the identification of an item or an object within this picture. That being the dot above the fucking players' heads, right? All he's doing is training it off those dots, whatever color exact, you know how the hex color, is that what it's called? The hex color? I don't know. The color values. And it looks for that, that circle with those exact color values, and it aims down and to the right or left, wherever he picks for it to aim. It's trained, that's the weights. And it's doing it frame by frame by frame. So it gets a frame, it says there it is, and there's where you need to aim. Sends that data to the virtual input device. The virtual input device goes from here to here. And then it takes a frame. And then it goes, it's there, you need to aim there. Send it off. And then it goes, okay, I'm here, I need to aim here. So boom, so it goes from here to here to here. And it's representative in how jittery these people's aim are. But again, there's no way that they're not banning for this. This isn't even on their radar at all. Yo, Luigi, let's go with the 5 gifted, brother. Appreciate the support, bro. Yates, Q, no, Scarlet Row, Explicit. Welcome to the Alpha Squad, everybody. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much for the support, man. We're gonna hit that goal. I turned it off, but it's there. We're getting close. Seems basically color bot, but it's using, you know, a computer vision to identify. Like I said, there are people out there that do have it. They have pulled the skins from every character in the game, and they trained it on that. That the problem is those are super dedicated fucking cheaters that would never in a million years give this level of access to the information that they're using. They're not just training it on a code. They're training it on 3D character images. These are the guys that are fucking, like, probably have a tech job on the side. You know what I mean? Like, everyday average user isn't going to be able to data mine the game and then train a computer vision based off 3D models, but it's a possibility. People do it. Well, yeah. In fact, the reason they banned that guy when he was sharing it with me is because you do sign like a limited NDA that says like you're not allowed to share this with anybody. In fact, this guy here, he probably got banned from whatever provider he was using. He might not have, but you know. I'm not sure about that one, Jordan, honestly.
It's more
It's
of a
soft
yeah,
aim.
like a soft. Yeah.
That looks insane. I mean,
It's a little better than a soft aim, honestly.
It is basically DMAs for console. It's taking data, putting that data, and this is visual data, not like internal data. This is visual data, and they have a program that looks at a visual and identifies an object in it, throws it out to a Python script where in this fucking picture that the aim needs to go. Python script sends it out to a virtual input device, and then, you know, your aim changes automatically. And he says it's a little bit better than a soft aimbot. I don't know if you guys have ever seen what a soft aimbot looks like, but this is 100% cause for concern. You know why? More and more videos are coming out that this is going to be undetected. It's not going to get you banned. More and more people are going to be interested in it. The more and more people that finally pony up the 600, the 400, the whatever it costs, the cheaper the prices are going to be. I mean, what about DMA cheats? 5 years ago, not everybody was on DMA that's cheating. Now half the people that are cheating are on DMAs. DMAs used to cost $1,000 plus for the whole setup. You get the whole setup for $400 or $500 out the door right now.
Like I don't know, because I mean, like if you looked at Lunchtime's tweet, it looks pretty good, and he was like, that's why he even said, he commented, he was like, you know, this is scary, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's been happening for CODs. Like this isn't anything brand new. I think this has been a thing at least since Cold War. I heard rumor of people walling on console in Cold War. Now I've never seen any evidence of that. I haven't seen any evidence of walls at all on console, so I'm not sure if that's 100% true. But
I mean, there is evidence of walls on console. We can go back to my channel and look, but I mean, like, it's rudimentary. It's based off of sound. I don't know how they would further develop that technology, but it is it's a form of it. It's not anywhere near as useful as this form of cheating. This, you know, this computer vision aimbot.
I also don't remember how I don't know how those cheats worked on that game for console. But
so does it automatically lock to their head? Like that's the one thing like it'll do is just lock to their head.
It'll lock wherever he has it set. So like once it identifies the object, right? Go back. Once it identifies that circle, he's got it weighted to aim a certain amount below that circle.
Thing like it'll do is just lock to their head. I see where there's too many people on their screen. It's kind of
you need a decent PC to run
when you see pink dots. So yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, it's definitely the cost barrier of it right now, 100%. But you know, the more people realize that this is the undetectable way, you know, and it's the prices do go down.
Right now, like if let's spot a sub. What? Sometimes I'll get normal looking kills with a sub just because it's so close, and it'll see their pink dot, but it won't. It's not one of those things where it like insta snaps.
Yeah, so far range, you really notice it.
You'll see it medium range. It's not even great far range because I'll show you what happens far range if I can set up
velocity or what?
Far enough away from the. Well, that and the pink dot's so far away that the capture card has a hard time reading the player. So like,
I think that would probably just default back to how much training that you've put in on it. The person that's training the algorithm right now, or training whatever it is training it in multiplayer. Probably only on ranked maps too. But does a console cheat have to be ran through a PC also? Yeah. So basically the way it works, Mike, is the game's played on the console, right? Like you're actually playing on your console and you're running that console through a capture card that's hooked up to a decent PC. It's got to be a good capture card too, like the one that I use. And I mean, you could use it with any capture card. It's just like the more latency you add, the worse it's going to be, or the, you know, like not worse, but the least productive it's going to be. But essentially, all the magic takes place, like DMA cheats, all the magic takes place on the streaming PC, and then they use a virtual input device that eventually comes up with, hey, aim from here to here. And it basically, it'll send a frame, analyze the frame, be like, that's what we're looking for, and then there's where we need to aim. It'll send that data off to the Python script. Python script will fucking be like, okay, XY coordinate here to XY coordinate here. Send that shit off to the virtual input device. Virtual input device will move the aim for you. We can fix this. You got to get rid of virtual input devices. DS4, goodbye. Rewaz, goodbye. Aim, Zim, all bye. You know, all of it. It's got to be a Microsoft or Sony controller. Problem is, they're never going to do that because, let's face it, how many of the guys that are in top 250 are using DS4? Probably all of them, the vast majority of them. And also, what about the 0.1% of Call of Duty that uses a non-Microsoft or Sony controller? They buy bundles too.
Let's see. Like, I don't know. Hold on, I gotta.
Wait, so ACR is doing the exact same thing?
Yeah. I have the same exact settings as him on right now. Like these are his settings.
See, there you go. He probably bought these settings from ACR,
playing with
or whoever ACR bought.
Yeah, at one point he played with.
And that's another thing. These guys are out there playing with, you know, pro players and competitive players and shit like that, and just using the excuse, I'm on console, clearly not cheating.
Expose a lot of people. AJ Beams knew we were doing it. We got him like, yeah. So AJ Beams, he played with us long before it was exposed. It finally he finally exposed it to Parasite. I don't know why he exposed it to Parasite, because he was acting all buddy with us, playing with us. Probably got him about 2 KSR within top 250. AJ Beams is a fucking fraud. Also Cartier knew about it. Boo knew about it. Played with ACR a fair amount. Trying to think of other top.
I don't know any of these people other than Parasite
with us or ACR that are like well known in the community and knew about what we were doing until it was like exposed on a broad scale on Parasite. Because me and ACR have probably gathered about 1.6 million views just on Twitter.
That's insane, bro. No, you're good. That's insane. Keep exposing people you played with, though. I actually need to know.
Yeah, Boo is one of them. Cartier, AJ Beams,
AJ Beams.
I'm trying to think of like.
I don't know who any of these people are.
I mean, Philly Fan was. I shouldn't even have said his name, but
we just beat him.
Dizzo didn't. Dizzo plays with Zimmer's though, but and he's already been exposed. Big names to say the least. Boo, AJ Beams. These are people that play with Parasite. Are his teammates. Were his teammates today, and they knew all about it. And they eventually. That's who Parasite got the clips from. Because he pulled them out of a Discord and showed them, and I have no idea why he showed them, because he was playing with us and
he knew y'all were doing
it. Exactly, yeah.
Wait, is he saying Parasite knew that this guy was cheating on console and played with him? He'd have to show me some footage of him playing with Parasite. I watch Parasite a lot, and I don't watch him a lot in comparison to some people who watch him, but I mean, like, but I don't know. I'd have to have more proof than just this guy saying that. Just gonna be honest with you.
So like to expose this was just kind of like you're playing two sides, buddy. Two-faced. Yeah.
What about he's
Yeah, he's been exposed for playing with cheaters knowingly or unknowingly. Ranked player, Boo's the #1 ranked player. Okay, all right. Cardi is the Warzone dude, and Boo is Booyah. Does that check out? If you're talking about the Warzone Cardi, that motherfucker hates me because I found him in a cheat Discord, and him and his boy JoJo. They're like, just because we're in a Discord server that sells cheats, I'm like, bitch, if I ever went to play with somebody and the first thing you saw when you go into their fucking Discord is about Call of Duty cheats, I wouldn't play with that person, you fucking idiot. I'm with you, Mike. I'll pub stop. It's like video game. I'm like, seriously, if we want to measure dicks, like, let's hit Discord. We'll put our webcams on, pull out a tape measure. We'll fucking lay them out on the table. I don't care. I'm down. But we're not going to play Call of Duty to do that. That doesn't prove that, like it's a video game. You're supposed to have fun. Like, I think that's one of the biggest problems with COD. Like, who fucking, are you having fun? You want to know who's better at COD? The person that's having more fun? That's, in my opinion, right there. I get it, you're more skilled than other people and shit like that. And there's a whole conversation to be had about that with SPMM and EOBMM and all that shit. But at the end of the day, it's a video game. It was like its sole creation was to entertain people. It's like an entertainment vector. You're supposed to be having fun.
Rain said, ask
$50, you have the smallest one. Fuck, I'll take that bet. I'm a cheater. Where can you get this? Game view, exclamation point. First off, you spelled view wrong. And exclamation point, buy cheats in chat right now. We'll pop you up the link, man. If somebody wants to hit it for him, they can. The exclamation point, buy cheats.
Rain, oh, that's another person. Rain played with HR.
Oh, Rain 2010?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I played ACR last season with Rain, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on if Rain knew. But I know he played with HDR. I'm almost certain he did because it's hard not to know. When you see the kill cams, you just know.
Yeah, he said you see the kill cams, you just know. And we're watching this thing, and it frame by frame by frame, it's micro adjusting and shit like that. That's how you know that jittery fucking that's what it looks like. Diego, you're funny. You clicked the link, didn't you, Diego? Naughty boy. Okay, yeah, I got you next, Panda. I got you next, like within the next 5 minutes.
You're like, that's a little sus, buddy. Or your aim is just insane, brother. Like, I don't know.
This is Cook. He doesn't cheat. He's saying he played with somebody.
I mean,
but he didn't know.
I mean, it looks crazy now because I have radar on and I see where the bots are. But in game, it's a lot different when you have to, know spawns, know where people are coming. You have to, like, be able to read your mini map.
So it's basically like using something a little bit stronger than a soft aimbot without the wall hacks. And in multiplayer, like, I don't understand why you would even run wall hacks in multiplayer. Like, there's no need for them. Like, if you know how to play the game, if you're in Erie or Top 250 or even in Crimson, like, you know how the fucking maps work, you know how the game works, you know the flow. You don't need wall hacks. They're not going to benefit you. What is soft aim? So imagine if I said like aim lock, hard aim, all that shit, like rage hackers, like headshot only, like no delay, no smoothing, full acceleration. So like as soon as this guy's dead, and I just pump it in full of headshots, it snaps to the next guy, and it's just headshot. That's a rage. And the softer that becomes, if you get the meaning in that. So like people that are trying to closet cheat or make it look like they're legit, they're not going to play like that, right? Because that's inhuman. So what they're going to do is they're going to set the aim location not on the head, but say on the center chest. And they're going to put some smoothing. That way their aim can kind of, you know what I mean? Like if they pull their aim to the left, it doesn't pull all the way to, you know what I mean? It keeps them on target. It just kind of looks like an amplified aim assist. They turn the acceleration down. That way, if they kill a guy and they still have their aim key activated and there's another guy, say in the FOV circle, which is anything in that circle that has any aim point in that circle, you know, it prioritizes sometimes closest, sometimes, you know, ones that are firing at you. Anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But it'll switch. You don't want it to switch like bang. You want it to switch like make it look natural. That's all soft aimbot is. It's just like tuning down a rage aimbot to where it looks, you know, humanly possible. Your DMA isn't working. How you fix it? Oh, you got to coat it in mustard and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. That's what I saw on TikTok one time.
I mean, it's not like PC cheats where you just have walls and you can aimbot whoever you see.
All right, well, I'm about to load into a game. I appreciate the time you just took to show me.
If you ever want to do,
insane.
No, it's cool. It's cool. If you ever want to do like a 1v1 for content or anything like that, just hit me up, bro.
I mean, holy, this is insane. All right, bro. Nice talking to you. Have a good night.
For sure. Have a good day, brother. Yep, you too.
That is insane. That is insane, bro.
Dude, 100%. 100%, brother. I have to give him credit. Yeah. My thing is after the recent shit where there were people getting banned, like even if they were cheating, it wouldn't matter. They're going to get them banned if they're a big part. They're not, like, Call of Duty doesn't want that bad press on them. You know? All right. We got to look up. Let's see here.
I got one down, like 3 cracked.
All right, who is this I'm looking at? Okay, like Macca. All right, let's check her out.
I got one down, like 3.
A little bit higher. 77? Yeah. And this guy, let's see. This is a top 250 player. All right, let me see.
I got one down, like 3 cracked. Hear that, right? He's climbing up.
Heli.
Well, I'll just be honest with you. We watched the clip yesterday of Omega getting great aim assist through a vehicle.
Behind us. Down. Just popped back.
I mean, the guy was on UAV, right? No, was not.
Behind us. Down. Just popped back. Behind us. Down. Just popped back.
Just that over explanation, chat.
Down.
That's also weird at the end there too.
Multiplayer map?
Yeah, it was. I got one down.
That was perfect. Yeah, it was.
You've got gas moving
in.
Down.
All right.
Just popped back.
Your squad made it to the
One just on this fence line. On this fence.
Open.
You just landed in.
One just on this fence line. On this fence.
Open.
You just
You've got gas moving in.
One just on this fence line. On this fence.
Open.
you just landed in. Oh, you broke his legs? Or you guys killed him? What the? You just landed in. Oh, you broke his legs? Or you guys killed him? What the?
Daddy's boy, go fuck yourself.
Hey, anybody recognize this place as the W2 map? Multiplayer map?
Yeah, it was. I got one down, like 3 cracked.
I don't really. Somebody said the person that said this said look at the aim snap. I
See
don't
that,
really
right? He's
see
climbing
the
up.
aim snap
Helly.
necessarily. Shooting the chopper looks normal.
Behind us. Down.
That was. I mean, like
Just got back.
I don't think he heard him. And
Behind us.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of weird how he made that call.
Behind us.
Yeah.
Down.
He
Just got
looks
back.
normal though. I'm not gonna lie, but that there is zero indication.
See that, right? He's climbing up.
Helly.
Yeah, there's
Behind
zero
us.
indication.
Down.
They
Just
hadn't
got
made
back.
the buy yet.
Your squad made it to the safe zone. You've got gas moving in.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I can't explain that
Down.
part. Maca? I fucking will never find this guy. I promise you, brother, I'll never find this guy unless you have a link. He deleted the VOD? I'm in a private car right now. Walls for sure. He deleted. I have a way to pull up the deleted VOD if I have his channel, if I can find his channel. I just don't know what his name is in the game or on Twitch. Maca is like that's. If anybody got the link, I can try to pull it up, but I mean, I don't have. You see what Mac is pulling me. I think you could see him on the pipe to the right before the call out.
I got one down, like 3 cracked.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Behind us.
He wasn't on the pipe.
Down.
Don't
Just
think.
got back.
Your squad made it to the safe zone.
Yeah, he wouldn't have seen him on that pipe.
Down.
Helly.
How do I do frame by frame on VLC? VLC hotkey for frame by frame. E. Yeah, I don't see that he saw him. Yeah, I don't see where he saw him. There was a dead slide by him too when he crouched. Yeah, nothing should have turned his attention around. Like they were just chasing that team there. Like what made him immediately turn around too? Hold on, I got you. I'll join in for just a second here. What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? Yeah, I don't know if he saw. I don't know what caused him to turn around and look, and then ADS on that guy when they were chasing the guy.
That's the read that we didn't understand when we were playing. And he didn't know that we were behind him at all. He had no whereabouts, and he just instantly, and you can see him center kind of to the right. He's not even centering between.
I got one down, like 3 cracked.
At the wall. There's no.
I mean, I'll be honest, the aim looks normal, but I mean, like.
Hear that, right? It's climbing up.
The aim, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but that walling clip, I mean, that was.
It's
weird,
definitely more cause to concern. Like where I would definitely watch more, but I don't know what. Do you have the link to his Twitch channel?
I'm trying to find it. I think he deleted it.
He deleted his Twitch channel.
Yeah, I think he deleted it because he made this obvious as hell. We tried calling him out in chat, and he instantly banned all of us, and he tried to delete the VOD. Yeah, I think he stopped this stream and restarted it up.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy's top 250 legit. He's console. I mean, he killed him, this CTV kid, and we all went back and watched it. And he's like, you can't hear him at all. Like it's impossible.
How many followers did he have?
I think he had about 300-400, and he had about 9 to 10 people watching the stream. He's not using Art of War either, so he's not hearing footsteps across the world. It's such a weird clip, man. I mean, it's kind of undeniable. I'm like, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what could have like possibly caused him to instantly turn around and look. I don't know. I mean, it could have been intuition. It could have been big red, yellow lettering that says somebody's aiming at you from behind.
No, dude, yeah, I'm thinking he got scared because none of his teammates were looking backwards, and he's seen, and he just didn't want to get wiped. So he's like, I'm gonna make it look sus a little bit. Oh, my buddy found it. My buddy found it. Hold up, I got you. I'm sending you the link right now to his Twitch. I just sent it to you. It was TTV after. We thought it was before. Yeah, I just sent it to you. But this dude's absolutely weird. I mean, I play with top 250s and Eries, and I showed them the clip, and I mean, all of them say that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like my buddy pointed out to me, he's like, he probably got scared because nobody was looking behind him.
When was this? What was the date on this?
This was when I sent it to you. The date.
Oh, fuck, I don't know, man. It went to my message request, so April 5th. All right, I'll call this.
Yeah.
We're going to use our super secret fucking no ad rib for you tools.
I was like, bro, this made for a great video, so I sent it to you.
This is chat logs, so your guys' chat will show up in there.
Yeah, he literally blocked all of us when we
He's on PC, playing on Battle.net. Wait, is he mouse and keyboard? Nah, motherfucker. Now the aim does look sus. If that's mouse and keyboard, then that changes everything. Bitch, I thought he was on controller.
Sure. I'm not 100%
I'm seeing mouse and keyboard icon button hints. No, hell no. He's on fucking this mother. Andy's already searching. This motherfucker is on mouse and keyboard.
I didn't notice that. That's crazy.
That motherfucker is
crazy.
Cheating. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it out there. Opinion right now. 95% this guy's cheating. If he
I
was
didn't
on
even notice he was
controller,
on the key.
if he was on controller, I'd still be at that, like, it could go either way. But the fact that he's on mouse and keyboard, and I said nothing looks overtly sus of his aim, I was in the reference of a controller player. Am I tripping, or is there no audio? Or is he just...
Shit.
Okay. Right.
They in there, bro.
One shot inside.
Be advised, an enemy squad is tracking your location.
He's one shot.
Okay, hold on. So
Got somebody hostage.
you guys saw now he's on controller in the game. Did I fucking miss something?
How did that switch? Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Laughed about me buying this, 6-figure dog. They all have one now.
Oh, hilarious.
All right, well, we might have to come back to that. Because as far as I'm concerned, once you start...
It's probably just in the menu where it uses mouse and keyboard to go around the menu.
There's a setting in game to show... Okay, so this is... Vortex knows his shit. He's the Rewas guy. There's a setting in the game to show whichever button hints you want. So, wait. So you're telling me that I can go in...
All right, there we go. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, my bad.
This is my buddy.
It's my boy right
What's
here.
up, brother?
Yeah. All right, I have more information on the clip. All right.
All right.
So as he said, we're playing with top 250s. These are my boys basically. So I have two of them top 250. They're not cheating. They're full on legit. One of them is a potato. One of them is nice. And then it was me and him that was playing, right?
All right.
Kid you not, we all land at Superstore. My man, the top 250, he dookied on him. I mean, like he completely like trashed him.
You're talking about the Maka guy. The Maka guy trashed your boy?
Yeah,
Okay.
No. My boy trashed Maka.
Okay, gotcha.
And then and on top of that, he trashed his teammate. That's when he was like, yo, this dude, Elijah, which is my man that's top 250, he's like, yo, that dude is definitely cheating, right?
Oh, that's right. They did call him out for cheating. Yep.
After that, the whole game, it was kind of like a back and forth of kind of like we would literally rotate and we would just happen to run each other every now and then. We would kill them, they kill us. And then we got to a point towards the end game where like we literally ran into them out of nowhere. They just got finished fighting. Me and my man was running up on him, which I was the one who died second with the Santa Claus getting there. We ran up. I kid you not, he lasered it. I was like, what? Wait, huh? Oh, wait, he dropped him. For me, I wasn't really a sus kill when he killed me, but for my man that got dropped with the Terminator skin on top, it was completely sus. So we ended up going to the Twitch. We looked at the Twitch and we like, nah, this dude is cheating. And then Fatty here, or my man here, Philip, he gets the clip, slows it all down. He sees on the hill, clips at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if he still has those or if he deleted that. It was like a little bit of a lock on, and then the clip of the helicopter, he had lock on aim assist, and like you just said, he's on keyboard and mouse, which makes no sense. Plus he kind of looked through the wall, which is what you just seen. But it was basically a back and forth.
I just don't know why he turned first. I mean, like I don't understand what he turned around for. Like if I was chasing a team out and I had no information that there's another team behind me, and I was gonna turn to use the buy station. Personally, I probably would have fucking shot at the helicopter, realized they were running away. I probably would have slid back into the building, pulled my fucking knife out, and made a beeline to the fucking buy with no regard for if there was somebody else standing on the other side. The fact that he just turned around and then started pre-aiming, the most likely area that you would come from without any information that you were in that area over there, like on the right side of the wall or above, is just, to me, it's just kind of like, what 100%. Information? That's where's your information come from? Aim's really hard to break down. It's not an MW 2019 anymore or aimbot, but if he is on keyboard and mouse, that makes a big difference. That if he's on keyboard and mouse, that's controller aim assist I saw in a couple of those clips.
So this is the thing. I kept on watching him. My teammates, they went to go play, and I'm sitting there obsessed because I'm like, there ain't no way this dude is getting away with it. So all my mans, all of them, all four of them, three of them, all three of them was in his chat. They all got banned after like trying to expose him basically or trying to get at him. I'm sitting there, I'm just looking at him play. They all finally went back to playing. I'm still looking at him playing. He was absolutely atrociously ass for a top 250. I mean, his aim was potato. He wasn't snapping. He wasn't doing all of that crazy shit that he did in our game, more so. Which is when I figured, I'm like, all right, so this is what happened. He got scared. He 100% has a DMA, and he has paddles that he activates for his aimbot. That's what I think. And the reason why I say that is because there's no way you go from having snappy aim assist like aim to shitty aim, and then getting shit on.
Yeah, I also just randomly, because I have the VOD in question that you guys were talking about. I have that pulled up here. So we'll be able to see the whole Superstore, everything.
Yeah, like I said, I think what happened is when at the beginning at Superstore, he called Elijah out for cheating, which is our guy. He thought he was cheating, so he possibly
share my screen so you guys see what stream sees without the 20-second delay or whatever fucking YouTube is.
Bet. And so when he thought Elijah was cheating, our guy, that's when he looked behind him when we were over at where the planes were, and that's when he looked behind and did what he did, is because he thought first off Elijah was cheating. And so he's just going to take him out. And that's why he did.
Well, yeah, especially if we run walls and I see your fucking name coming, the guy that I think's cheating, I'm like, fucking, I'm hard aiming.
Exactly.
Because you're cheating. I've cheated once, so I know what it's like to come across. When I see a dire raven or a magic pants across the map headed towards me, I'm like, let's see who gets spicier, bitch. You know?
Exactly,
but give me 1 second, boys. I got to run downstairs real quick.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is hard. It is fun, bro. Posing niggas, bro. Like, it's so fun. The allergies just coming back.
All right.
Nah, but I definitely think this nigga has a DMA with paddles, 100%.
We just clicked randomly through the VOD that we're about to look at that was the same night in question. Just randomly click through. There's an instance right here we're about to look at.
What the fuck is using LAB 330? What the fuck?
Where it makes it look to me like his mini map may be on a completely different monitor, if you catch my drift. First off, who the fuck's got Discord overlay when they're playing the game? People are fucking ridiculous. It's like people with super spicy aim, and then it's like, let me see your dead zones, and they're fucking default. It's like, yeah, okay.
All right, we need to find somebody to kill. I'm starting to lose my mind.
So he literally has nobody in his chat. He hasn't had one chat message. He is a no viewer streamer. No offense.
Yo,
you know, but
thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Okay, but now, okay. Whoa, whoa.
Much love right back to you, big dog.
4K right there. Fucking 4K. We know where he's looking and where his chat is now. Okay? We know which angle he looks at from chat. We now know which angle that he's looking at for
you have good
his mini map. So he can't say like me, like if I'm looking at chat, I do look at my other monitor, like my chat's right here. You know, my mini map's right here. This dude, you might be right about the DMA.
We need to find somebody to kill him.
Because he just did that.
I gotta reload. I'm empty.
Okay, so imagine a mini map, right, on the second screen over there, right? That it has this exact distance right here, and it's just a mini map without all the graphical. It's just a black box with the little arrow in there, and you don't even see these, right? If somebody's in there, you'll see a little triangle. You see where they're looking back at you. If you wanted to exploit that, get the corners, just like you see, well, I don't know if you guys do this, but I'll do it. Like if I hear a vehicle and he's not on my mini map, I'll kind of like turn to see if my corners will like reveal him. Look where he looks though after he does that. He does like a little 360 there, a little hop around, and then talks about having to go follow people. Then he looks at his chat screen, which is a completely different place.
I wonder if I can hit my loading now that I've been.
Which is funny.
I still can't. Okay.
Dang, you gotta really die. I would say once we have enough money, you should kill yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm chilling on, like, I have the best guns I'm gonna get, unless I get my own loading.
Let's just get a LAB. What the fuck is using LAB?
Here's my thing. Another thing, like, he's extremely passive for being a top 250. You're saying he's a top 250 Warzone player?
Yeah.
And this is pubs.
So. Yes.
Yeah, this was pubs.
Everybody I've ever run into a top 250 on Verdansk has just been flying around like a fucking crackhead.
It's because a lot of them cheat and they just know where everyone is. They don't need to look around.
You see, this is the thing. I play, like I said,
Yeah.
I play. Philip, the fatty that's in here. He's one of the sub-ins for the main team. The main team will usually be me and another 3 other top 250s. I'm not top 250. I was ex-Erie. Not this season, no, not Black Ops 6, but previous Modern Warfare. I was Erie. I didn't really get to rank. But the 3 people that I was playing with was all Black Ops 6 top 250s.
Okay.
Now, we usually rush around the map because we consistently run UAVs. We literally go to the team, wipe a team, UAV, this, that, and the third. Them no UAVs running around the map going straight towards teams. And you can spot the difference versus, playing UAV versus playing without UAV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They was not playing off a UAV whatsoever. And I know because me and my team, plus the stream that they have as proof, you know what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's stupid.
We run into on my channel a lot of people that are cheating, that are playing way above their skill level, and I think our specialty here, I think chat would agree, is just covering people that are playing like out of their like most of the people that meet my channel are guys like I'm starting to peg this guy for, the guy that we're watching, somebody that just has absolutely zero self-awareness. Like they don't realize that they're as obvious as they really are. Like he may be a platinum player trying to make top 250. And I always say this, the further of a skill gap that you're trying to bridge artificially, the more apparent it's going to become. If you're an Erie player and you need 10% to get to the top 250, like these kids using console cheats or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you're probably never going to be able to tell. Let's be honest with you. But if you're a gold player that wants to hit Erie, I'd probably be able to just look at 5 minutes of your gameplay and be like, yeah, you're cheating, dude. Because there's just so many aspects of the game mechanics that you just don't understand, whether it be rotations or movement, or position, This guy right here so far is just giving me all kinds of shitter vibes. This is like hard stuck plat vibes to me.
Yeah,
the way they loot and yeah.
They barely throw up Vs. That's like a big thing, is because top players, like, we're constantly throwing up Vs. We always want to get info. We always want to know where people are. These guys rarely do that. I don't think I personally seen them pop a UAV in the VOD, but
where's he looking at? So look at his chat. That's where he's looking at. He's looking at chat. He almost has to look over his shoulder to look at his chat.
There's you said you have good SMG.
And then he just looked at what looked like his mini map, but then he looked over to the left. And nothing to the left.
We need to find somebody to kill him. I'm starting to lose my mind here.
And then I was
sleepy.
I think he got a bought account because he said his account was whitelisted.
Yo, Big Derek, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Even
man.
the guys that think they're whitelisted aren't whitelisted.
Much love right back.
Streamer mode plus.
Yeah, it was.
You wouldn't be running into him. You would if he had streamer mode plus. You wouldn't be running into him. I'll put it to you like that.
No, not necessarily. We're running streamers all the time.
I get it. You don't run into streamer. Let me ask you this: you ever run into Bobby Poff in the game? Have you ever run in?
Who that is?
Yeah,
I ran into Aiden, Huskers, all of them, like multiple times.
Shit.
I think we just killed Huskers a few days ago.
Bobby Pop said something really interesting when he had gotten through his band shit. Like he was going through that band shit or whatever for whatever reason. I don't know if I even believe the official story on that, but not to say I think the guy's cheating or anything like that. I kind of tended to believe he's not, because based off what he said, I don't even care about getting the account back. The account that he spent tens of thousands of dollars on, probably. He said, I just want streamer mode plus back. And it was very evident during the week and a half that he was banned that he was playing in normal ass lobbies as compared to what everybody else doesn't understand. They think all the big streamers VPN and 2-box. That's like, I personally don't think
they don't need to. Not all of them.
Yeah, I honestly don't think they need to. I think the streamer mode plus, I mean, like, let me ask you this. If you, like, essentially streamers at that point that got tens of thousands of people watching them are essentially salespeople for COD points. Let's be honest. Would you want your salesperson, wouldn't you want your salesperson to have the best tools that they're just exposed? Like, wouldn't you want them to present the product in the best light? Like, do you really want them going out there fucking looting, running around for 10 minutes only to get domed by some fucking HDR from the map or some idiot hiding in a corner? No.
Absolutely
You know
not.
what I
Because
mean?
getting an 80 kill game in a regular lobby is
Yeah,
damn near impossible.
like nobody wants to watch you play regular lobbies where you get a couple kills, you die, you get a couple kills, you die.
I
It's
think they
boring.
got exposed for having some like social engineering tactic. It was some like psychology trick where, with the SBMM,
Yeah.
usually players that are doing really good will have bundles, and this encourages lower tier players.
You're talking
to
about
buy
the patents
bundles.
that they've had. So they've taken out
Exactly,
several
yeah.
hundred patents when it comes to matchmaking, and so they'll put you in a lobby against people that are slightly better than you in the hopes that they'll kill you, and it's people that have certain bundles that they have on the rotation to advertise to you. So, like, I'll give you an example. Like, one day I kept getting shit on by the Black Noir skin, Black Noir skin, Black Noir skin. It wasn't in my store. It was out of rotation, right? And I'm like, I asked Brawless, one of my buddy that runs it, I'm like, how the fuck do you get it? He's like, oh, it was in that one event. And I was like, fuck, dude. Loaded up the game the next day, popped up the fucking sales screen. There it was, Black Noir skin. That's 100% how, you know, they, if you look at these patents, first off, these patents that you have to register in multiple different companies internationally, development of these patents, we're talking multi-million dollar operations. Like they're tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars worth of, you know, maintenance and fees and everything on patents. You're out of your fucking mind if you don't think they're using them. They all the things that, where do you think skill-based damage come from? They have a patent that describes exactly that, you know, like they're able to manipulate your camera position. They're able to manipulate the damage value. They're able to manipulate your connection dynamically, meaning whenever the fuck they want. And it even says to provide, you know, the desired outcome of whether you win or lose a gunfight. It happens in pubs all the time. You can ask my chat. We'll go in and pub stomp. We'll leave a VPN or 2 box into a lobby. We'll be on 30 kills and we'll shoot a guy and it'll take fucking 60 rounds and he'll just fucking turn around and wave his gun at me and I'm dead.
That's exactly what I tell people all the time.
People are like, 2 boxing's banned, and I'm like, kinda, because you can only do so much if you're not on that special list of people, you know, that can do that. Like, if you think you're gonna go out there and beat Aiden and Mutex's fucking duo quads record, good fucking luck. You can get an aimbot and walls, and you probably won't even be able to come close to that number.
It's crazy because when me and my guys play, we never get constant low levels, like not even level 55s. You watch people like Aiden play, and he's constantly getting low level kids. It makes no sense to me because I don't get kids like this. I don't get no low levels in my lobbies. You know, and then another thing isn't Art of War bannable? Isn't that against TOS and these streamers?
No, there's so much misinformation. There's so much misinformation about that. It's not even funny.
It's not bannable. It's not against TOS.
It's something that's been okay. So let me ask you this: they're not saying that you're one of these people that think it's cheating because people think it manipulates game files. It absolutely does not.
It doesn't. It doesn't touch game files at all.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: is Sonar still Steel Series bannable or cheating? Is Astro Command Center cheating? Is Razor Synapse cheating?
No.
Because essentially what Art of War is a poor man's version of that. It does everything it does. Essentially, it allows you to add a parametric EQ to it, which all these apps, you know, like turning the different frequencies up and down. It allows you to enable surround sound. And then it allows you to control the individual volumes of each one of those channels. The way you can turn the front down, and then you got fucking retards like Call of Shame out there going like, it's giving them dead silence. And I'm like, no, it's lowering the volume of my footsteps and my gunfire so it doesn't break my fucking eardrums every time I press R2.
Call of Shame's a fucking idiot, bro.
Trust me, we've had our issues. They used to come to me for advice before they fucking decided to get big. Me and Beeman, they used to come to us for advice. Yeah. It's fucking funny.
Call of Shame cherry picks. He's awful.
It's 2 brothers that are in their 50s. That's why they don't show their face or show their voice. They don't even play the game. They're fucking idiots. They got doxxed by Phantom Overlay.
That's crazy, bro. Swag got killed by a streamer, and Call of Shame tried calling Swag out for saying everyone cheats. But if Call of Shame would have watched that entire VOD, that dude was actually cheating, and he was chasing him around the map.
They literally were talking. I think it was they were doing a video on Nix there or something. They talked about him getting aim assist on a teammate, and it's like that doesn't happen. I don't know what they're talking about.
I think Swag used to use the Cronus or something. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
Not
bet Biffle
anymore.
and all of them did back in Warzone 1 when it was the fucking
Biffle
move.
definitely cheated. I don't care what anybody say. Biffle cheated.
No, it's just like I said, like if him and like people are like, you think shift each other? I know people that play, you know, that went to LAN last year and they behind closed doors, they'll tell you like, yeah, I think Shifty cheated. And it's like, yeah, but I mean, like at the end of the day, even without cheats, he's still him. And like it's really hard to prove. Like the better, you know, like the better somebody is, the harder it is to prove. You know what I mean? Like I get it to a certain extent. Like when you get to that level, everybody's trying to push the boundaries and shit like that. But you know, that's why I don't play ranked. I don't give a fuck about ranked. I've got a 4KD in Resurgence. You know, I just like W key and at the end of the day, it's a video game. It's supposed to be fun. I try to have fun. You know, if we want to measure cocks, I got a Discord channel just for that. We can pull them out, turn the webcams on. But we're not going to do it in Call of Duty. That's just the lamest shit ever. And I mean, like, if ranked... Do what?
I got the millimeter defeater on deck.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
Do you think Swag cheats now or no?
No.
I was
Are you kidding me?
He's absolutely dog shit. I don't know how people
brother, if we could get his lob, like if he would host and shit like that, I probably would. I'd like he would never, you know what I mean. But I would 100% fucking in a kill race.
He's bottom of the barrel. Like streamer wise, like skill level, he's probably bottom of the barrel. He's not good. I hear people say he cheats, and I'm like, I mean, maybe he two boxes lobbies, but
yeah, those lobbies are
not
fucking
good.
So, like, you know, Warzone Agent, right?
Yeah, I actually have a buddy who used it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's when I get into lobbies that are like normal KD for 4-stacked Warzone lobbies of, say, like me and like 3 other teammates that are within 2-3 KD range, right? An average lobby that it's putting us in is like a 1.5, 1.4 average KD lobby, right? Where there's several other teams that are really good, several other teams that are dog shit. But when I get into lobbies, when I run into Joe or Joe, I run into Aiden, and it's just basically just geofencing to the server that they're on. That's really, you know, VPN and geofence to the server they're on. That way you get the lowest end of skill-based matchmaking and just trying to Q snipe. Like that's how people, they're friendly and unfriendly stream snipers get in there. It's not the Warzone Agent. The funny thing is they called the Warzone Agent a stream sniping tool, and then the very next day made those numbers on the bottom of the left-hand side of your screen really easy to read. It's like, bitch, before Warzone Agent, how do you think people were stream sniping? But, their lobbies are generally 0.5 average KD to 0.7 average KD whenever I see one of those in my lobby.
I wish my lobby was like that.
Now, when we played
average 1.7,
1.4 to 1.7 is about average.
I thought you said that's 7 KD. I'm about to say, well, that's insane.
No. When we played World Series of Warzone, it was really unique because we were running Warzone Agent just to see it. The top 50 players on that, it was Jurgikstad, were all participants, and then the bottom 50 were all like 0.6 KD players and below. So that was really weird. So it'd be like the top 50 would have like, you know, would average the lobby out. The lobbies would be like 2.5 to 2.75 average KD. And those were all fucking absolutely 110% demonic. Like flat fucking demonic. I don't know. I don't play ranked or competitive just because I'm like, I don't know. I come from the old school COD. If you would have told me 10 years ago, 12 years ago, that people are going to be competing for millions of dollars online, I would have been like, fucking, let's go. Let's get our scam on, bro. Like, there's no way. People are committed, like, online for the comfort of their own home? Really? Would you believe me if I called you with an Indian accent asking for you to reset your Microsoft password too? You fucking idiot. Yeah. But anyways.
I'm deciding if I want to quit this game. Like,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're not having fun, don't do anything. You're not having fun. But
I have.
Here's the then let me explain this to you. You're not going to find a different experience on any other game. Apex is worse than COD, and I promise you, it's more normalized over there. Like recoil scripts are not cheating to an Apex player.
Yeah, but the thing with Apex, though, I mean, they have a way better server-side anti-cheat for actual rage cheaters. So I mean, if you go 3
Well,
games with like an
true.
80% headshot
But let me
rating,
ask you
it'll
this: would
ban
you rather to be killed by a rage cheater or somebody soft cheating, pretending to just fucking DM next up?
Rage cheating for sure.
Same here. I'd rather be killed by a rage cheater. Show me something, pussy. Turn the spin bot on.
Here's the thing: what I don't get about COD, and I'm saying more of the server-side anti-cheat, right? When
Mhm.
you go to MW3, so I was a Crimson player in MW3. I couldn't hit Erie because every fucking lobby had a group stacked of fucking rage cheaters who would aimbot you through the wall. And I never understood how Call of Duty could not pick up on simple server stats of somebody having 40 kills with a 97% headshot rating over the span of 2 to 3 games, which is, I mean, it's super obvious that he's rage cheating, but Call of Duty can't even pick that up. And that's insane. That's absolutely absurd to me that a guy goes 40, 50 kills 3-4 games in a row with a 90 plus headshot percentage rating. They can't pick that up, the anti-cheat. It's
Yeah,
really
they put in so all the effort in regards of, you know, protecting competitive integrity to gaslight in the community that there isn't a problem. Like they hyped up this kernel level driver bypass, and you know,
nothing.
Yeah,
did
like,
nothing.
It did absolutely nothing.
I mean, you can't multiplayer, especially, dude. You can't play.
The big thing they did this season was they sent out a
rate.
fuckload more than normal cease and desist letters, causing people to spend a week or two rebranding.
Yep. I know. PO is probably making a new one right now.
Activision, we had a recent run-in with them with the player kick tool. It was brought to my attention. There's a tool going around that people can just in the game kick you from the game. Boop, you're gone, right?
Yes, a lot of people was talking about that. They were saying that how that was a new shadow banning thing. Everybody thought they was getting a shadow ban.
Yeah. So basically, it was a tool that wasn't being widely used. There's probably 25 people that had access to it, right? And the problem is one of the people that had access to it was going to sell it, right? And they're going to sell it to a major provider, and that'd be bad, you know. And so I put a post of it up, a video of them using it, and they were like, and then they had Charlie Intel retweet saying that the clip going around is fake. The person's doing it for clicks and clout, and you know it's from the beta and it's an exploit that's been patched. Not knowing that I was sitting on current, you know, I had a feeling they always do that shit to me. They put a fucking pedo flag in the goddamn game, and I made a video about it, and they called me uncultured, but they turned the goddamn comments off when they called me uncultured. Idiots. But so you know, I had current footage, and then so as soon as they posted that, I posted that. I'm like, is this from the beta footage? It's them doing it on Rebirth. And then I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna have the dude do it for me live, and they did, and they banned his YouTube channel and shit like that, like midstream. And then they finally had to admit that they had patched it, but that was like one of maybe 30 exploits that this little group of people that are working on it have. I mean, they can literally go in there and make you say something. They can make you call somebody the N-word in game chat if they want to.
I remember like 2020, 2021, people were flying cars and shit. Oh my god. That was insane. That was insane.
That shit's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, but like, if those guys are taking days and weeks to get detected, how long do you think, or if do you think the people that are soft cheating are getting detected? They're not. They're not at all getting detected. They're getting shadow banned, but you know, shadow bans, I'm going to tell you, shadow bans are 100% report based. There's nothing else. There is nothing else. It's not, they're not picking up a VPN. They're not picking up Warzone agent. They're not picking up scripts you're running through DS4. It is 100% report based. Nothing else.
I would agree in a way, but I'm also going to disagree. I feel like if you get detected, that it'll shadow ban, but it usually leads to a perma though.
Well, if you get caught up in a detection, yeah, your shadow ban goes from shadow ban to perma. But I'm talking about people that get shadow banned and then they come out and then they get shadow banned. I mean, shadow ban loop is a completely different thing. But the people that just get shadow banned once every month or two or whatever, that's all. You know, your account has a trust score depending on how much money you've spent on it, how long it's been around, how much playtime you've got on it. All that shit goes to increase your trust score. Now, should you make another account off the same hardware ID serials and same number hardware ID makeup, same machine, that'll lower the trust score of the initial starting trust score of that account as well as the previous account. It'll lower that trust score, definitely. So creating an alt account. So shadow bans really only hurt legit players, because if you create an alt account, you're just leading yourself to more shadow bans on down the road. Where cheaters, 10 accounts, $1 a piece, just keep them in rotation. You're good to go.
The amount of money these guys pay to raid cheat is actually kind of ridiculous, though, man. On just accounts alone, it's
I could get a full game Master Prestige account right now, full access to Black Ops multiplayer for, I don't know, $3.75.
Yeah, but then it's gonna last you. It'll last you like how long, right? It'll last you maybe a few.
Well, it'll have a 24-hour guarantee on it, but it really only it honestly depends on the original account owner, because obviously they're stolen, scraped accounts or whatever. So the price on those go up depending on how long the last activity's been. So if it's somebody that fucking stopped playing the game back in October and hasn't come back to play Verdansk yet, I'm going to probably charge $40 for that account. But if it's somebody that hasn't been been on the account for 2 weeks, I'll probably only charge $5 for that, if that makes sense to you, because chances are they're not going to come back and get it. But you're right, they do. If it is an active account, chances are they'll get it recovered if they're not an idiot.
No. I'm not saying about getting it back. I'm saying I'm talking about people who rage cheat, like full blatant rage cheat.
Oh, they're not getting banned. They're not getting banned.
I mean, you don't think they could they're only going to last?
They're getting shadow banned. They're getting shadow banned a lot quicker than anybody else, but they're not getting banned. No, fuck no.
Oh no, not ban. I'm talking about shadow ban. I'm saying like you're gonna you're gonna rage cheat, but you have to keep constantly buying accounts because an account will last you. I mean,
you don't have to buy.
We'll say 6-7 games, then it gets shadowed, then you have to buy another account.
No, this lasts. We're talking 6-7 hours is what it's lasting.
You think 6 to 7 hours?
I know.
Whoa.
I have people on. I have contacts that are constantly out there doing this stuff and cheating and doing their thing. So they're about 6-7 hours is what it is before they're copping a shadow ban. I mean, that is if they're on an aged account. If they're on a newer account, couple games. Yeah, a couple games. They got rid of that whole disconnect, like 11 kill disconnect thing. That doesn't happen. It doesn't work anymore. I mean, the only thing they cracked down on recently is just the unlock tools. Just the things that are really costing them money. Because I mean, like aimbot and walls, people. Yeah, it's not causing people to quit playing the game. In all honesty, at least the people that spend the majority. I mean, it is, but guess who it's causing to quit playing the game? The minority of the game, the higher skilled players like us, the casual players aren't going to quit playing the game. They're just going to fucking go buy a bundle and not see a cheater for fucking 5 games.
Once Marvel Rivals came out, bro, it killed this game, bro.
I don't think so. Marvel Rivals' fucking matchmaking is even worse than COD's matchmaking. It's
right now, but when Marvel Rivals,
it was fun when it first came out, but nothing has the staying power like COD and Warzone. That's the problem.
Nah, Marvel Rivals, I definitely would say had a big impact on Call of Duty's numbers though, because when Marvel Rivals came out, the Steam chart alone, it was averaging like 30K, but before it would average around 70 to 80. It definitely killed COD a lot because that's where you're going to stop.
Fortnite probably hurt them worse because Fortnite took more of the casual player base away when they brought back OG Fortnite. So
yeah, but
Call of Duty lost a lot of players.
Dead now though, OG Fortnite's kind of dead.
Yeah, of course it is. But guess what? Do you think Verdansk has as many players today as it did last week?
No.
Fuck, I ain't playing Verdansk. That shit. I never understood, like, why are we going back day one Verdansk? I get it, day one layout, but, like, why are we getting rid of all the quality of life updates that made the game better? Why don't we start off at day one map design with all the quality of life updates? And I'm like, oh, that's right, because you can't copy and paste that.
I don't care what anyone say. They need to add back zip lines, bro. That shit is annoying.
Facts.
I think what makes Verdansk great and kind of better than an OG Fortnite revamp is after Verdansk, COD made no good Warzone maps. Like every map that they released was complete dog shit. And I think Verdansk coming back really brought back a good map in a way, because other people all they did was play Resurgence. So this kind of initiates people to play Warzone. Because this map also wasn't out for super long when it came out, maybe 2 years, and then they brought out the trash map. Caldera was Caldera, right?
Terrible. Yeah,
Caldera was fucking awful. And then Eureka, I can't even say that right. And that map was
that map was even worse.
And I think that's why Verdansk is doing so hot, even with it being OG. I would prefer them to bring Verdansk and honestly bring a new map, because the past 2 new maps that they brought out were absolutely fucking awful. Probably
Yeah.
some of the worst battle royale maps ever created.
Verdansk,
in
the
my
map's
opinion.
not bad, but I mean, they did so. The Verdansk in the map's not bad, but what they did to influence, obviously, at the end of the day, they're only trying to influence profit. That's their allegiance lies to shareholders, not us. But
Oh, absolutely.
they lowered. They even
just
said the
matters how
reason
long
they
this will
lowered
last.
the TTK is that people that play the game that aren't used to getting kills can finally get kills without changing their play style and feel like that they're performing at a level higher than normal. You know what I mean? Whereas the minority of the player base that's good, that wants the zip lines back to run around and chase teams down, are going to have a harder time adapting to a stagnant play style. Which I agree. I do have a hard time. I do have a hard time playing Verdansk. I like Resurgence. I like W keying. I don't give a fuck if I die. I play solo quads. I just fucking run at people and shoot.
Verdansk is definitely a casual player game. I think personally the only thing they should do is zip lines for buildings. I think that would just be nice, just to give us more avenues rather than having to run up 100 stairs and then you get to the top and these motherfuckers have like 20 mines down. I don't care about the snipers. It gives the casual player a chance against the pro players, and
But there's got to
rather
be
than
a
us just
counter.
running
You
it.
know what I mean? There's got to be a counter.
Nah, pause. Nah, they gotta fix the snipers, bro. The hit
Nah.
boxes on the snipers are absolutely astronomical, bro. Like half of the times they don't even hit me.
Yeah, I think
Like
it's the
sometimes I can
projectile
understand.
size is what it is. I think HDR bullets the size of a fucking softball.
It has to be because people be maybe it's decent at times, which I can understand, but there are times when it makes no sense. I mean, like damn near shooting at my goddamn foot like 2 years off and somehow one tap me. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Mind you, half of the times I'm aiming on people's head and I don't hit. Like no sense.
Yeah, the HCR is a bit overpowered, but I think they need to balance it to still give the casual player a chance against the more above average player. I think that's why they do it in general, is because it does give the casual player an advantage. My only issue when it comes down to it is I'm tired of fucking having to fight somebody on a building and the only way to get up is stairs and they have 100 fucking mines down and they're all using snipers. Because it's hard to get away when you have 4 people aiming at you.
Yeah, there's no
fucking
counter to high
guns.
ground. There's no way to attack them from multiple angles. Yeah, that's challenging. The only thing I'd say about the HDR, I get your point, is this: I would average the distance from POI to POI, and I'd come up with an average number, and I'd say, okay, this is the cutoff point for one tap headshot downs, because there's nothing more frustrating than people that are just fucking spamming shots at somebody else's fight. Come on, guys. Like that to me is annoying as piss. But
yeah, I agree with you on that.
I only play with top 250s. I'm not gonna lie to you. I only play big map with top 250s. So in case of that situation, yeah, there's gonna be a lot. It's still annoying regardless, but I have a lot of W keyers who are shooters, so I don't have to deal with that painful situation as much as I would naturally have to playing with randoms or freaking potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And with skill-based matchmaking, like I'm in a weird position, like where I'm one of these traders. I love playing with my viewers and stuff. We do like Sunday customs and shit. And I see the disparaging, like between the skill levels, like how SBMM keeps everybody in such a well-defined bucket, not only in skill level, but play style as well. And it gets rough. Like it's either me playing with people, you know what I mean, that is like, that they're not even able to keep up, and then that's frustrating to have to slow down, you know what I mean, and it's not their fault, and it's also not my fault that they're having a trouble trying to keep up. But what it's doing is here lately, at least last season, it's been defaulting to like the highest KD player. We're not like, I could play with a bunch of like 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 average KD players, just regular average casual players, right? And you think like, oh, you could probably get a pretty soft lobby, and it's like, nah, probably 1.3, 1.4 average. Yeah, as teammates
with that KD.
Yeah, and I got a 4, and then they're putting me in those lobbies. They're putting them in my lobbies. They're not giving me the benefit of the doubt. Because
for me, it's different. Because everybody on my friend list, a minimum is a 4, but most of them have a 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For Resurgence, I have a 5.6. You know what I'm saying? When I play in Resurgence, majority of my teammates have about a 4 to a 6. Big map is a little different. I have a 7 for big map. Everybody else, literally almost everybody on my friends list, except 2 people, have a 6 KD. But we get like one a good two good teams, give or take, and then everybody else is potatoes or just camping on top of roofs. It's annoying.
So the well-defined skill buckets that they have versus what they used to have don't really give anybody the ability to get any better. The way you get better is, iron sharpens iron. You're gonna have to play against people that are sometimes significantly a lot more skilled than you, but you're also going to need to give them the opportunity to be able to absorb these skills and then be able to use them on a softer target. Like if I me as a 4D KD player, if I show somebody that doesn't know movement very well, like a 1 KD player, or like I say, a 0.7 KD player, I show them how to break a camera. They're going to need somebody that's a 0.5 KD player to be able to start learning how to execute these mechanics on. So the variance, the whole ping is king thing is total fucking horse shit. You know what I mean? 100% total horse shit. It used to be you'd have 6 KD players, but they'd also have 0.5 KD players on their friends list too. And the way those people got better were playing against people that were better, but also having the opportunity to improve by not always being the worst player in that lobby. And it used to be pig based. You'd have a bigger, remember when they had clans? Remember, like, you could have 100 people in your fucking clan? It's all all motivated by profits, the things they do now. They don't care if you get better. They don't want you to get better. It's a lot easier to sell bundles to smaller groups of friends than it is to convince 100 people. Remember back when we had DLC? You had a clan full of 100 people. There was always probably like 6 to 10 people in that clan that were the popular, the good players or whatever. And guess what happened? If they didn't buy the DLC, like our clan didn't, we didn't, when that shitty Shangri-La pack come out, nobody in the clan bought it. 3 people maybe. How easy is it to convince groups of 100 to all purchase the same thing than it is smaller groups of 4? If you break people into smaller groups, they don't want people to have large friend groups. I guarantee that if the next COD that comes out, watch, the friend list is going to drop from 200 to, 200? Used to be 250. Pretty sure, right? Fact check, 250?
I don't know.
Well, that's why the skill buckets are tightening. It's a lot easier to convince 4 like-minded people to do the same thing than it is 400 or even 100. Everything, if you look at it from that lens, like why are things in the game the way it is, from the perspective of somebody that understands how this company makes money, you'll understand everything else about this. Why don't they ever fix it? Like, why is it more PR and gaslighting when it comes to the anti-cheat front than it is actual, like, effective? Well, I don't know. How much money is the anti-cheat, the failure costing them?
I mean, they lose more money by keeping cheaters off the game than they do keeping them on.
Yeah. Well, if I told you I could eliminate cheaters for $125 million, you'd have to show me where not keeping them, not dealing with the problem is costing me $125,000. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman. I don't care if you're having fun on the game. I care if you're spending money on the game. You know what I mean?
But this is the thing. Like, there are a decent amount of people who quit the game because of the cheating situation.
And they're generally higher skilled people too. And believe it or not, we spend less money than the people that are casual players. Point in case, I had a buddy that used to, back in the day, he was a mechanic. He made $400 a week, cash. I guarantee you he'd spend $150 a week on COD. He had every bundle. He's what they consider a whale. He was a 0.6 KD player. Through and through. But guess what? He had about an 85% win ratio. He never complained about anything. Even when Verdansk came around the first time, he thought I was a fucking liar. He thought I was lying to him about cheats being in the game. He's never in his life seen a cheater. He thinks all these videos people are posting on YouTube are CGI. Well, that's what happens when you spend $150 a week on the game.
I think one of the biggest examples of pay to win was probably Black Ops 4. With like the gun bundles and stuff, that was probably like one of the biggest obvious pay to win Call of Duties, because when you bought these guns like the VMP and stuff like that, like they always hit so much harder and you always had like the worst games. I mean, like the people were fucking awful. I think
Black Ops 4 was like 2017, right?
No, I think BO3 came out in 2016. I think it was like 2018, 2019. But
Yeah,
like,
it's right around the
BO4
time that
was
they developed a
one of the
patent for
biggest-
systems, and they called the patent systems and methods for incentivizing microtransactions. That's what they named the
Yeah.
patent.
Yeah, man.
I
I
think-
don't. I just remember BO4 being absolute dog water when it came to pay to win. Like it was just,
Yeah.
I think the most obvious it could be.
Yeah, we moved away from that DLC where if you didn't put it, if the shit wasn't good, nobody was buying it. It was a $15 seasonal DLC. You know, they make vastly more money by just giving you a free product and then plugging in microtransactions. You know, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with people, which people try to all the time, that spending money in the game does not equate to a better experience. And I'm like, is this not a business? Is this like a for-profit business? Because I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong in providing a better experience for, I mean, like, I'm trying to think of a comparison here, but I mean, like, yeah, like if you go to a steakhouse and you're like, yeah, I just want top sirloin, they're like, yeah, that's a $10 steak. But if you want prime rib, that's a $25 steak. And they're not created equal, and they're not wrong for charging you more for a better experience. And they're not wrong for providing you a better experience for people that spend more. The only thing I wish, though, personally, is I wish that when there was a ranked, they took competitive integrity more seriously, put an anti-cheat in there that actually functions, and that it was actually ranked. And then I wouldn't be able to use a VPN and a geofence to play against fucking bronze and silver players when I'm in Crimson. Because
Dude,
there's a matchmaking algorithm with ranked that isn't just solely ping. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's a dual ranked mode. You don't play people in your rank. You play people in your rank and against your same stats. It makes no sense how their rank system works.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny talking about the anti-cheat. I didn't know if you knew this, but you know Valorant, right? Their anti-cheat, they only spend $8 million annually on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that expensive to upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just,
well, in comparison, that would be Valorant's COD's 10 times bigger, so that'd be an $80 to $100 million maintenance fee. You know, it would be vastly much more for Activision to, but I think the thing that they're missing, and it's the responsibility of Team Ricochet to sell the idea to the suits, basically, that this is a cost-effective idea. It really is. I do feel like that falls into responsibility, but they're not saying anything about the longevity of the game.
I would say Valorant actually has more players, because yesterday they had about 4 million active players, if not around the same. It's just they don't create a better anti-cheat because it also cheaters spent money on the game. It keeps more money coming into the game. I think this was talked about. I think it was an easy anti-cheat or something like that. It exposed this because people spend money. Cheaters also spend money on the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I don't think all of them do, but I mean, what do you think cheaters in other games do that don't have an unlock tool? Like Apex doesn't really have an unlock tool.
No, they have some like skin thing, but it's not.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Universal.
It's not. It's not like, you know what I mean, like the like COD's unlock tool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
unlock skins and shit.
Is that COD unlock tool out now, or is that fully patched?
No, I think they patched it. I think Valorant is like a prime example and should be an industry standard when it comes to anti-cheats or other games like BattleEye and Easy Anti-Cheat. Because, I mean, these guys came out of nowhere and they created one of the best anti-cheats. Now, it's not going to be bulletproof. Like, people are going to say, well, there's still cheaters. There's still cheaters. And I don't think the average person knows that there's always going to be cheaters. It's a cat and mouse
100%. 100%. I mean, the big thing they could do, though, that they're not doing is introducing a cost barrier. In fact, they're doing the opposite of that. Like we were talking about earlier, if you wanted DMA cheats back in MW 2019, you're looking at an initial upfront cost of $1,000 easily. I can get you a setup right now. Not that I'm going to, but I can get you a setup out the door with the firmware, custom one-to-one firmware for under $400, card, tuner, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, like we're going in the opposite, but that's because they haven't introduced any detection vectors against DMA cheats like GamerDoc has over there for Valorant. You know, it's just they've been attacking internals. Now they're headed towards externals, and eventually I think they'll get to DMA. But in the meantime, really all they're doing is driving down the prices because more people are entrants into that market of undetectable cheats like DMA, like console computer vision cheats, if you will.
DMA won't be detected for at least another year or two.
Well, DMA is just a lot harder to detect because
No,
it
it's
can
not.
spoof as internal hardware.
No, it's not. It's easier to detect. If you let me on your PC, I'll find those before I'd ever find an internal or external cheat. Firmware is the easiest thing to find. You just confirm that it is what it is inside the device manager, and if it's not, it's the firmware.
I think that there'd be some legality with them going through your system now with the anti-cheat. I think there's some.
You mean like
legality
turning your
issues.
mic? You mean like turning my mic on when it's completely muted, which they 100% sign off to when you sign through their TOS? How do you think people get fucking banned and shit like that when their mic's muted? And they have push to talk on. They get fucking chat banned.
It has Valorant had any DMA detections yet?
That's all GamerDoc's been fucking attacking over there. It's just the firmware. That's how he's doing it too. He's just going straight in there and creating detection vectors inside of the.
So they've detected it multiple times because
that's
I know
all they're
COD,
detecting over there. Yeah.
I know COD in a few EAC games got detected, but that's because those people are using like some what do they call it, public firmware?
Yeah, so like the firmware is just like it's the actual the memory card in there, right? The card that reads it or plugs into your PCIe slot. And a lot of them, it'll say like it's a Wi-Fi adapter. It'll appear in your system as like a Wi-Fi adapter. That's the firmware, the custom firmware written as like it's some obscure Wi-Fi adapter, right? So you just go in there and pop it open and be like, this is not a Wi-Fi adapter. None of the properties match up. I don't have access to it. Boom. There's your firmware. Like, if not, connect to the internet. Use it connection. Connect it to the network then. It's plugged in, connect it. Nope, can't. They can make a detection vector in that regard right there.
Yeah, just try to ping one of the like Wi-Fi access points. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, I personally don't know too much on the government, or not the government. What am I saying? The contract aspect with the game and the agreements and stuff.
You sign your right away for any of this when you decide to click those three little boxes and yeah, you're signing up.
I know there's
we can't sue them. We can't do anything.
Yeah, but I would also say that's kind of scary being able to have something like Vanguard on my system with a 0-day or such a low level access, kernel access, because if they get hacked,
true.
I mean, everyone who's
that is the liability that they're assuming. Yeah, that's the liability that they're assuming. They just got to be on it, I guess. And again, that it all comes with you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? If they're going to skimp in that regard, they're probably going to, they're setting themselves up for failure. I mean, shit, there was something I wanted to bring up, and I totally forgot it. Oh, they do have a patent, by the way. And if we're speaking of legalities and, cameras and shit like that, but they have a patent that is for an algorithm that can tell your physical and emotional state using biometric feedback from like sweat on your brow and facial expressions and stuff that they capture through a camera. Inflection and tonality of your voice through a microphone, whether muted or unmuted. They have all those patents that say they can do all these things and that they do. So, you ever said last one? Anybody ever been getting dumpstered all night and said last one? This is the last one. I'm getting off of this. I'm off this dog shit. And then you have the biggest bot lobby of your life. You drop 25 and then you're like, holy shit, I'll play another one. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
source.
That's the scary part.
Google, go look. All their Reaper, all these patents are public information. I mean, shit, I've done videos on a lot of them years ago.
I mean, Vanguard's Chinese. If you don't think they're not up to something, Reaper, I don't know what you think, brother. It's like TP-Link. I don't know if you heard about the Chinese routers. Like almost all of them had 0 days in their motherboards to be accessed. And this is a common thing with like Chinese products. Like you get like Android TVs and stuff, and they have like chips in them. It's actually terrible, and I think a lot of people don't realize that.
I think that's why an ulterior motive for also starting to manufacture a lot of our tech products here, stateside, so that can't happen to us. I mean, we've seen Amazon customers literally like post on social media something like, albeit, extremely racist or homophobic or whatever, and then Amazon just completely locks them out of their smart home, you know?
Yeah, I remember that, and just listening to you randomly, and this has been shown to be true too. There is like I know what story you're referring to, and I think a lot of people are so oblivious to this fact that companies will do this and the lengths companies will go to, and like the psychology, like with games like COD, like the psychology with what they put into the games and the level they'll go to keep people in the game. Like people really don't understand how complex it is. They think about it on a very broad, flat line level.
They don't want to own
your. I mean?
They don't want to. You know what's more valuable than owning the money in your wallet? Owning your time.
Your time. Yeah, your time.
So
It's
you
like
want to know the
social
key to YouTube? Everybody always asks me, "How's the key to how does a crack tooth fucking hillbilly son of a bitch that used to cheat like you find success on YouTube?" Now, if I can do it, y'all can do it. Here's the thing: you got to figure out how to own your viewers' time. That's really what it is. Figure out what it is that people want to spend time on you for. Go back to the well over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's honestly what it is. You know what makes a successful piece of content on YouTube? It's not how many people click on it. It's not, you know, how many people share it. It's not how many people comment on it, you know, like it or dislike it. It's what you do after you're done watching that video. And how long, well, first, how long have you watched that video and what you do afterwards? So you know the like button and the dislike button for me work the exact same way. If you dislike my content, it shows YouTube that my content's engaging in one way or another. It just ends up showing you a little bit less of my content and content like mine. But here's the worst thing you can do. If you don't want, if you're like a little hateful bitch, is go to YouTube, and whenever you're on YouTube and you see that creator that you just can't stand, click on their video, watch for 31 seconds, and then leave YouTube for 24 hours. Just being honest with you. But the algorithm will gas up a video if I can get you to watch it for more than 42% of the time, and then also click on another video and stay on the platform. That's all they care. Just stay on the platform.
I think one of like the biggest examples is people consistently complaining about the game yet still playing it, and they can't play anything else.
Who does that?
I'm just saying in general. Like I know a lot of people just like. Yeah, but you make content on it. You make money doing it. I mean, you have a reason. I'm talking about the regular players.
Yeah.
Who do it, and it's like you consistently complain about the game and cheaters and stuff like that, but then you keep coming back to the game. I mean that shows you already that it's the psychology with the game is kind of fucked. You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest example you can give. You know, and I'm not trying to call you out specifically.
No, I understand. I say it all the time. I'm like, listen, I don't think quitting playing the game is a problem, but you know, they measure their success by dollars and cents. You know, I refrained because I'm a huge, like as a filmmaker, you know, outside of filmmaking, I think he's kind of a liberal douchebag, but I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. Like I love his work. I think he's brilliant. He's a brilliant writer. He's a brilliant director, producer. I love it. Right. It was really hard for me not to go and buy the Jason Mewes. They folded me on the fucking Ninja Turtle shit. They folded me on the fucking Donatello. That was just a fucking 6-year-old just punched me in the gut and was like, you better buy it. You know, but the Jay and Silent Bob, listen, the only thing other than Jay and Silent Bob that they could have hit me with, and I probably would have folded to this one, was the King of the Hill. And I would have fucking got the Boomhauer skin. But, you know, like, people don't realize, like, you got to quit spending money. That's what they listen to. They measure success by dollars and cents. I even said it. People were like, when does the skin drop? And everybody was like, it's going to be a 420 skin. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that they understand how stoners that spend money on skins work. If you wait to release it the 20th, none of us are going to have any money. All the kids are going to spend their money on snacks and weed. So it's going to come out the 15th. But sure enough, oh boy, it's right on. Like I said, if you understand how the money works, the money side of things works, you understand everything else works in this game, because at the end of the day, they're a business.
No, they're a businessman. And I'll say this and I'll keep saying it. The average player, I don't think a lot, like majority of people can wrap their heads around the extent these companies will go to keep you on it with these algorithms. And they don't understand the amount of factors they'll take in to do it and how they can gather this information. It's like, you know, it's like how you'll search something up on your phone, or even like you'll say something, bro. Like I remember I've said stuff about like just random products or wanting to learn something, like cybersecurity, for example. I hop on my computer and I'm like, wait, why the fuck am I getting cybersecurity courses on my ads? On YouTube, Google, and mind you, I've never searched anything up about this. I with this specific thing I've said this. I didn't search it up on my phone. No data was transmitted over like IP, and just shit pops up. I'm like, what the fuck? And I don't think people really can wrap their heads around how sophisticated and how intrusive these companies get with trying to get your attention. Your attention equals money, and that's what they need. They need your attention because once they have that, they have your time. Once they have your time, they have your money. Whether you're giving them money or you're watching ads for them. I mean, it's just how it is.
Yeah,
the more numbers they have, the more they charge. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know, they don't need to know what you want as an advertiser. In fact, advertising used to work that way, by the way. Advertising used to work off of those customer surveys. Remember all that shit back in like the 70s, 80s, and I don't know how old you guys are, but you used to get, and you probably still do to some extent. Yeah, you get a free cheeseburger or whatever with a $10 purchase after you fill out this survey, or you know, whatever, fucking, you know, on the receipts or whatever. Like a lot of advertising methods were developed that way, but now it's not like don't tell me what you want. Well, let me understand your psychology, and I'll tell you what you need. You know, psychology.
Yeah.
Just not to get off on a tangent, but before I got into content creation, I had to give up video games. Like the last game I got to play seriously was probably like Ghosts. Yeah, I got it, but you know, I used to play semi-pro ball, and then when season was over, I'd go sell Kirby vacuum cleaners because that's kind of let me come and go. And I was pretty good at talking to people. And anyways, flash forward, they were like, all right, you can't do this no more unless you open your own office. And we want you to go to California and work. And then flash forward, they had me and this Korean guy going around teaching younger people how to run businesses and stuff, because you could teach somebody how to sell a product, but to teaching them personal development skills and how to develop people and how to run a business is a completely different thing. I've seen some of the best salesmen in the world. They'd make $40,000. They spend $45,000. It's just like, that's not how you run a business. You know what I mean? And just being like, fuck my employees, you know, I could do it on my own. Okay. But you'll never, you know, the key to success is being able to replicate yourself, you know, through interpersonal development skills. So we used to go around teaching that. You know, what I learned through all that is everybody is virtually the same. Once you tap into that psychology of people, you can control people, and it's not the old mantra of being a pushy salesperson. The sign of a really good pushy salesperson, you have to be. They say, you know, salesmen that aren't pushy or have skinny kids, meaning they don't make any money, but is to pressure sales the fuck out of people, and they don't feel the pressure at all. You know what I mean? And once you learn the psychology of people, you can do that. And this game knows the psychology of people. Everybody that works on these patents that they're using for their matchmaking algorithm has also worked and developed algorithms for slot machines and video poker machines and things that casinos use. And a lot of the degrees that people hold in these engineering departments and stuff that are developing these patents are psychology degrees. They exploit some very basic principles of psychology in the matchmaking in this game to sell their bundles and to make their money. They're always hitting you up on the fear of missing out, because once that skin's gone, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? You gotta wait for it to roll back around, you know, and then it's like, oh, if it rolls back around, are you gonna buy it? And that's the one you've been wanting to. That motherfucker, everybody that runs that skin shits on you.
Exactly. I think like the Terminator skin is going to be a really big example of it when it comes back out.
Yeah, even though they fucking nerfed it, you still can't see the son bitch.
Yeah, I don't even think they've re-released it yet. They were supposed to when they nerfed it, but dude, that skin it's even hard to track. That's like,
yeah, that pay to win. Yeah, that's the most pay to win thing since the Mac 10 Gallantry blueprint that had 10 extra fucking damage to it, which was wild.
Oh my god, the rose skin too, though. But
no, and the rose skin
battle pass. But that was battle pass. So once that was gone, I mean, FOMO was huge with that. The rose skin was awful. I remember that, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then the Groot skin, The Groot skin was one of them, and then after the Groot skin, they had that which I don't think it was that big, but the bundle where if you it came with the green like glowing whatever it was, hollow sight. It had like the tracker, like basically or whatever. Yeah, that thing was fucking wicked.
My boy runs the anime in here. He runs that fat ass skin, bro. From I think it was like MW2. He be shitting on teams with that skin. Oh, that is hilarious. He runs that like really big clown skin. That's funny. That's funny. But dude, the Rose skin, the Terminator skin. I mean, those skins are impossible, and COD knows what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. They do it on purpose. I mean, as soon as Terminator comes back out, everyone's buying that skin. Everyone who wants to be sweats are buying. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have it. I'm gonna buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's about the one thing that I'll buy is is if it's pay to win or something like that. If it gives me an advantage, I'll buy it. I mean, it is what it is.
And that's the unfortunate thing about it.
Well, I mean, like I buy the battle pass and I buy the black cell because they say, I mean, they've said before that there is a separate matchmaking algorithm for people that have it and don't. People that have the full game don't have full game. Have battle pass, don't have the battle pass. So I mean, like you're only cucking yourself, and plus, it's gonna have all the shit in there you need to compete.
I mean, bro, if you're saying Art of War isn't against TOS, I might need to start using that. Fuck, streamers are doing it. I'm sorry.
I use Rara. I use my own slight tune that I made, but I'm about to re-download. I did a video for a guy named Rara. He's got his own audio app, which you don't have to go through the process because setting up Art of War is not only complicated, but if you can't set it up, he charges like $75 or $100 or whatever to do it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is, and it takes about an hour to do. Rara's app has got multiple tunes on it, and you click a button. I think it's like $15 a month or whatever. You click a button, it completely just like within 2 minutes completely does it all for you. But it's pretty good. But yeah, it's not cheating. All it is it does preset graphical EQs like you'd find in Sonar. It turns surround sound on, changes the volume of the front channel so your footsteps and gunfire don't drown out every other thing in the game. But I mean, like, also, if the game doesn't give you audio cues, it's not going to give you audio cues. I still get walked up on times, and I'm just like, I didn't hear that motherfucker at all. So, that's what it is.
I got a question. You probably know more about this than I do. So you remember when EO was getting hit with a cease and desist? How did they win that? Was it just where they were registered, their LLC, where they couldn't be sued?
Quick history lesson will explain that to you. So they're based in Germany, and the developer is in China. So EO's not the developer. The developer is Chinese, which would be indicated on the loader, right? So it's rebranded something else in China that they use, but it's Engineering sells it to the rest of the world, right? So they're just the salespeople, if you will.
That's most providers, though, if I'm correct. Like, I don't think PO was actually making it. I think
no, he was. He was.
You think Zeebler was making it? I thought he was just a sales guy.
No. Well, he had help, but he says. But I mean, like most of his was he's legit. The guys over at Hyper are legit. There's several that big players, but there's a lot more resellers. I mean, you spend enough money, you can have somebody rebrand the UI to whatever the fuck you want, honestly. But, yeah, I mean, I'd say you're right though. There are vastly more resellers.
For like those like rage sheets on TikTok and stuff, for sure. I mean, they're just a bunch of reselling skitties, but
probably I'm 100% of them.
I know, like, so I think I put this in chat, but I met a dev like 5-6 years ago, and this guy created private cheats for Fortnite people, and he showed me something he made for it's some like Australian twins, or like the ×2 twins. They played Fortnite, and they're in like a lot of tournaments, but he did private stuff, and this dude would charge anywhere from like 25 to 50 grand for a private custom cheat, and every update was like 5 grand when the game would update. So he update all the offsets and everything like that. And it was insane how much these people would play. And it was mainly streamers who would do this.
I can't
But he showed
imagine
me
it'd be
everything.
25. He might be embellishing on the price, but I imagine people. I know there are people that spend thousands on, monthly,
So
but
this was like Fortnite tournaments. This wasn't
no,
like
gotcha.
regular Fortnite games. Like these guys were winning 100, 200K worth of money. Like it's fully private and it's not something this dev was copying and pasting to other people who are buying it.
Yeah.
Everything was completely built from the ground up. Everything had their own bypasses. I mean, this stuff was insane, man. And a lot of these private devs, they make a shit ton of money, and they're hard to hit. Like you can't
That's
find
why I
anything about
laughed
them.
when the numbers came out of what Ziebler made. I laughed. I was like, "Oh, they're fucking retarded if you think that's what he made." I was like, "That's not what he made. That's what he's telling you that he made." Like, if simple math would indicate, hey, he made a lot more than that. But no, what I was going to say about EO, they just change hands. They change the salesperson changes hands, and they call themselves something else. Plus, they're based in Germany, and
That's
so
what the LLC
Germany.
is?
Well, yeah. So yeah, Germany doesn't give a fuck about America's IP. They don't care. Like, I mean, I get it to a certain extent. We did kind of like rob them of like their future technical prowess by stealing all their sciences after World War II. So they don't really care about our intellectual property rights as much as we would like them to. So like they drag their feet when it comes to paperwork and shit like that, and they give engineering enough time. Plus, it's really like the guy. I'll give you an example. The guy that did the kick tool, right? We had him on and everything like that. He had a company that several years ago got a cease and desist from Activision. He rebranded, got a cease and desist from Activision. Like nothing happens. They still haven't a cease and desist isn't. It says that they're prepared to sue you, but it doesn't mean that they have to sue you or that they're actually going to. Action and follow through is where they're lacking.
Yeah, that's just a warning.
I mean, like I said, they sent out like 7, 8, 9, 10 cease and desist letters at the start of this season, and you saw cheap providers shutting down left and right, and it was just like, oh, okay, so there's something to this, and it's like, no, they're just preemptively shutting down so they can get a head start on their rebrand, because obviously, do you notice any difference in the amount of cheaters since the update? I sure as fuck. Actually, I noticed there's probably more now.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot. I'm definitely seeing a lot more cheaters, and I mean, we could also say that with the ratio of new players and the ratio of players coming back.
Yeah,
I do think cease and desist can be a great deterrent, and I think Destiny 2 is an example of that.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta find information, you gotta keep pumping it out. You have one guy in chat that's asking about clips. He says he's about to go to bed. I don't know if you want to check that or not.
No, you know what? Well, I'll start off fresh with those tomorrow. Those will be the first on the rip tomorrow because we still got to look at this gameplay here. But
oh yeah, you're right. But like,
yeah, but I got you tomorrow, Cards. For sure.
Destiny 2, I think they're a great example of using cease and desist as deterrence against cheating, because it's impossible to find cheats for that game. And it works.
What, Destiny 2?
Yeah, but you have to keep sending them out though. A cease and desist.
Yeah. Well, you got to follow through. You got to actually have action to the cease and desist.
Yeah, I mean, you got to follow through. You got to make them scared. Well, I don't think COD's doing that. They're just sending it, and they're sending it to a bunch of fucking
You said
American. Yeah, Destiny 2. You got to keep following through to fucking.
Right.
I mean, just sending it to a bunch of resellers too, because I think one of the biggest issue with CODs, it's not necessarily the mainstream cheats like EO. I think a big issue is a lot of these fucking resellers who are all reselling the same shit and posting everything on TikTok and Instagram Reels and shit. If you just keep hitting a lot of these guys, the little guys, because there's so much little guys, I think that would make a really big impact on the game. I personally think so.
Yeah. This is Destiny 2 cheats right here. There's a lot of Destiny 2 cheats.
I think it's just joined the lobby. Oh my god.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So this is the elite PvPers. This is the Walmart of cheat sales.
Oh, is that that's like a cheat website, like a hacking forum or something?
Kinda. I mean, obviously, gaming. It's old like forum style, but It's widely regarded as one of the places that get advertised on the most. And this is like, yeah, a lot of devs buy and sell through here and shit like that. I mean, you get to the commercial side of it. Where the fuck is the black market?
Is this like one of the biggest like forums for this stuff?
Yeah, this is the Eldorado.gg of fucking cheating.
I use G2G. I don't use
Or
Eldorado.
okay, there's G2G, whatever. Yeah, same thing. The same. Yeah, here. You know, you get a lot of information from here about the goings on. So, like, I'll give you an example, right?
Didn't proof core just get hit?
Yes, that's why you see I've clicked on it. I'm getting information. So what I'm doing here is I'm clicking on this, and just to get a jumping off point to see whether I need to hop on one of my alts and go into their Discord or their Telegram. You know, I'll go here and I'll go to like last comment. And I'll just read these.
Who got detected? It was proof core.
Synthetic.
What was the other cheat? Synthetic. I haven't heard of that one.
There's a bunch. I probably have to look at my timeline. I post about shit and forget about it, to be honest with you.
So are they like good undetected cheats? Because I'm surprised EO or anything didn't get hit.
EO did just get hit today.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. They went up last night, and then they were already back down detected.
No way. That's actually crazy.
Well, the thing is that they have so many users, and Frank, feel free to jump in here
Games
whenever.
be bad bones.
Hey, Jay, appreciate the gifted brother. Anarchy, welcome, bro. They have so many users that whenever they re-enable injections, you know what I mean? They're basically just beaming a bat signal into the sky for Ricochet. You know, unfortunately for them.
Insane. Weren't they down for like 2 or 3 weeks?
They've been down since they they went up once, I think, and then immediately back down. And yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually insane to me.
But a funny story about this is Apex, but these are the sticky posts. So that people will go buy what the currency on this website with crypto. They'll buy what they call elite PvP gold, and they'll each month these are sold monthly. They have each one of these slots go to auction, right? And they have like a live auction for them, and they're paying anywhere from, depending on the game, $10,000 to $20,000 a month just for these listings.
That guy's name's Safest Cheats, and then
right. It's fucking ridiculous.
Sneaky bumps. I'm guessing he's advertising it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Yeah.
But so my journey was try to EO. Then another guy reached out to me and was like, "You should use this. We're in this community," and I did this. And then a few days later, a company called Golden Gun Cheats reached out to me, and they're like, "Hey, you're fucking hilarious. I like your shit. I like how you're thumbing your nose and this and that at the whole thing." And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, "You want to try ours? Ours aren't publicly available yet. All we got's a ESP, but trust me." And it was like the first skeletons on COD, and you could customize the color, the thickness. It had viz check, you know, if you know what that is. Like when they're visible, they're one color, when they're not, another, and then when they're wall bangable, they're a completely different color. So I won't be like shooting at people. Yeah, so they were the ESP, most customizable ESP, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." And they're like, "Well, we're looking for beta testers." I'm like, "What's a beta tester do?" They're like, "Use the product. We'll give you a separate loader than everybody, else. You use the product, give us feedback." And I was like, "All right, I could do that for you." And then they went public, and then now they're AC Diamond, if you've ever heard of them. They're one of the larger providers.
No, I haven't heard about them. I only when it comes to cheats, I only know what I hear from other people, because unfortunately, when you're in the top rank of players, like iridescent and top 250 players, unfortunately, like there's times where I'll play with them and I don't figure out until like I spectate them.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And I usually have a conversation with them, and that's how I personally know about them. But that's insane. Like seeing a site like this that has like a bunch of just fucking
No, I say that all the time. I'm like, you're like, I said it's different, knowingly or unknowingly, because once you get up to crib, you've played with a cheater multiple times.
You're going to.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. I literally was playing yesterday.
And then also, if you're calling people out up there at that level, chances are you end up getting blacklisted, even if the person is cheating. Like it's one of those things.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Me and my guy here, we're playing, and we're playing with this dude. First match, he was good. He did good. He dropped like 19 kills. And I'm like, we got to run it back with him. And then me and him died, and we were spectating this guy. And then we noticed, we're like, okay, this dude was giving the most insane call outs. And then we spectate him, and like, this dude's like, you could just tell he's walling.
Wait,
And
me
we
and
just
you?
started, yeah,
The
that
other dude that
other
we
dude
just
that
playing
we
with?
met.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and he's doing, and he was talking to me, and he's doing like the what is that, like, game, not game battles, but he's doing some like
Player
betting
auction.
stuff on himself,
Yeah.
like player auctions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, they don't catch you doing this because he obviously walls his dick off, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm pretty sure that's the reason why I got shadow banned.
You know what? We did it. We did that one time where I played with a cheater. We were just gonna see, like, so like the it was part of the whole like series of tests we did for the shadow ban system, and he rage hacked on a Sheik Island, and I walked around not killing people, and I got shadow banned.
It's because they'll usually report the whole team.
Because exactly, and that's the theory we were trying to prove. We proved it. So,
well, I think
that's the
too,
reason.
and I don't necessarily want to say and put blame on you, Happa, but I do think a lot of like Call of Shame, and I know there's this other guy like Ricky that's coming up, and
the
a
Rick.
lot of these people, yeah, like a lot of these people. And I think it's more so with like people like Call of Shame, because they call anybody a cheater. Like they're
Yeah,
and
they're
they feed
clickbait.
into
They don't do small streamers and shit. Like they don't care.
exactly.
Like
They're
guess
just showing
what?
these big streamers.
If a big streamer is cheating, guess what? Here's the truth. There ain't a fucking thing UI or Call of Shame gonna do about it. You know what I can do? I can make effective change on people that haven't made it to the big stream by pointing out and laughing. I mean, like, I fucking hate the term hacker hunter. I'm not hunting anybody, and these guys aren't fucking hackers.
Yeah.
And, they're most of the time they're exposing themselves, and I'm there just pointing the finger, using my unique pass to explain it in a term that people that aren't familiar with the situation can understand. Pointing my finger and laugh. Like, that's it. I'm a professional shit talker at the end of the day.
No, yeah, but I will say that I would personally say you're different than a lot of these people like Call of Shame and stuff. And I think the issue with people like Call of Shame is, first off, a lot of the clips they use are usually out of context. It's manipulated. And I've personally seen this, and it comes down to like a lot of the people that follow Call of Shame, some of the people that follow you, and I'm not calling your player base or the people that watch you, like a lot of these people are fucking terrible. Like they're
looking for, a lot of them are looking for confirmation biases to be reaffirmed that they don't suck because they only play 45 minutes a week versus somebody who plays 12 hours a day. Like,
exactly. They
I
think
agree
they
with
get
that.
killed by one person, and then they assume that because this person has better aim than them, then they cheat. And this is a big issue. And this feeds into like them basically reporting every good player and thinking every good player cheats, because
people like that.
they have stupid ass game sense, or they can't make a decent play. Like, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna charge a team when you have one plate and you can't plate up because you have no more. You're low health, but you're still gonna let your ego get ahead of you. You're gonna push these people, and then they're cheating for sure because you're dog shit. I think that's like one of the biggest issues, and it's more so like Call of Shame and stuff like that. I see is it makes no sense to me.
Call of Shame. I'm sure you know who Bad Boy Beeman is, right?
Yeah, he took all of his shit down.
He doesn't want to do it anymore. He's bored. He's got other shit going on. He's making more money being a boxing commentator. But so he was the guy that quote unquote exposed me. But then it ended up he was really cool about it when I said, like, I want to use this knowledge to make better content than you. And he was like, fuck it, let's see it, bro. And he is actually cool, and that's why I'll never talk any shit about him, because him and his brother spent countless hours behind the scenes being like, let me, like teaching me about like thumbnails and SEO and algorithm and editing and, this and that. So I'll forever be indebted to them for that. So,
I personally have different opinions on him, but because
it is what it is. He just got tired of making the content because he got tired of making the content because that's what it is. If I make a video that the title is cheating streamer 100% exposed, that's gonna hit better than if I made whatever name, insert fucking, what is this guy's name that we were looking at, Maca TV exposed, because nobody gives a fuck who knows who he is, therefore they're not gonna give a fuck. But if I can find a way to insert Aiden or Mutex or Biffle or you name it,
people are gonna watch it. It's just
that's
views, yeah.
clickability. If I throw that's why if you look at some of my most popular videos, like the pretty chick, the Rockma girl, she was definitely cheating, but I mean, like, she, it's more popular than Mr. Puffman on YouTube cheating, you know what I mean, or reselling cheats.
I remember
the problem
seeing
is Call of Shame. I still have the DMs on Twitter. I'm the one that bullied them off of Twitter. I'm the reason that they got bullied off of Twitter, because we broke down, Frankie here broke down their software. And well, even before that, when they got bullied off of Twitter, we showed a cheat provider literally run shit that Ricochet would pick up on, and they had that like fake anti-cheat, and they got made fun of, and then people started asking real questions like, why is this, and it seems like you may be ratting people, blah, 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 blah. And they ended up just all deleting Twitter, because you can't curate a Twitter comment section like you can a YouTube.
But didn't you guys only find like one detection on this thing though?
The first time? No, the first time. No. Well, yeah, but the first time we ran the Guardian anti-cheat defender through, they said that it was supposed to be a closed beta, and that I went behind their back, and then I showed the messages where they said, well, we'll make sure to get this to you so you can test it live on your stream. And they were in that stream. Like you can probably go back and find it, and their comments are still there. Yeah. But they're just a virtue signaling pussy. It's a bunch of fucking mid to late 50-year-old brothers from Newcastle that run a fucking print shop. They're fucking losers. But they know YouTube, so GG's for them. But they used to reach out to people like me and Bad Boy Beeman, and they'd be like, hey, does this clip look sus? And we'd review it, and we'd be like, no, because if you could see right there at the top left, when he rotates to the left, his corner catches a blip there. Well, and it's not indicative that he's not cheating, but if I'm watching this, that he has reasonable suspicion that the guy is there, because there's only 2 levels, and in the one room that would be up there would be to the right, whatever. And then they would come out with a video 2 days later, 100% exposed cheating big name streamer, and they'd zoom the footage in just enough to where the outcrop of that fucking border that they use or whatever would cover that mini map.
Yeah.
Or they would cut the audio out slightly, or whatever. They did a bunch of manipulative bullshit. And it became clear to me and people like Beeman, like, this person is just fucking, they're 100% grifting. Like, they don't even play the game. And that was clear when they become Supergirl. They ran that Supergirl channel. And then well, they say it wasn't Ziebler, but they said it was a forum mod at PO doxed them, because obviously, downloading a cheat you're just creating a backdoor for the provider. It is what it is. Nature of the beast. And they're able to see what account you're injecting with, and the Activision account, and the editing in the Supergirl channel wasn't that good, so they saw that obviously they're out there killing pro players, they're definitely cheating, and they saw that they left their Activision ID, so they cross-referenced that with all the ejections, found the user that was injecting, pulled up their credit card, and then found out it was one of the brothers that owns like all their businesses with their other brother, and then put 2 and 2 together and found out that's who they were, so they ended up
Call of
doxing
Shame was cheating?
Well, yeah, they were Supergirl. That was their channel, so that was them playing. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, so they had a channel called Supergirl that come out with a handful of videos where they were killing streaming cheaters like Swag and Booyah and just a bunch of them and shit like that, you know what I mean? And they were always on like level 20 accounts. They had Phantom Overlay, and that's how they were, cheating. They were killing streamers. So they ended up getting doxxed. And that's how everybody in the scene knows who they are and know why that they can't go live. See, my big thing about their software, and Frank here's the one that reverse engineered it for us, but or decompiled it, whatever, is that the person that they use to sign all their software is a guy that owns Siam Computers, a guy named Kamrul Hassan. This guy is on Malware Bazaar and many other sites with 21 plus confirmed pieces of malware that he signed, like digital cert signed, that have been proven to have malware. Like if you're trying to, crypto miners, mesh agents, you name it, like all kinds of nefarious bad shit. Like, and I'm not saying that, and I never once said that was the case with their software, but I'm like, if you want somebody to have credibility, if you're asking somebody to download an anti-cheat solution, but you have it signed by somebody that's associated with 21 other pieces of malware, and then you continue to use that person, is that not call for concern? For me, it is.
Yeah. I mean, that connection shouldn't really be there, like, at all. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's I didn't know about that. That's insane. I honestly, I would expect it for them to cheat in some way, fashion, or form.
Yeah, well, I
just
also
don't know.
I wouldn't find much credibility in anybody that's never cheated either talking about it. Like remember the headband guy who, I never cheated, but I'm going to make Hacker Hunter content. And it's like, well, the way you talk, I'm thinking you cheated. And he said, well, I did. He finally admitted to it. And he was like, I did, but I only did it in a private match. And it's like, then you're missing a big part of the puzzle. Like, how do you know? How do you know how the
just a private match? He did more.
Oh, of course he did. Of course he did. He's fucking full of shit. And he's probably still using DMA right now because he's out there fucking playing way better than I've ever seen him play. But anyways, regardless, that's a whole other story. Fuck that guy. Guy's an idiot. But like my question to people like that is like, let me ask you this: when a guy's shoulder peeking you, it's like jiggling the fucking door, like jiggle peeking the door. How does the aimbot react?
It's gonna jiggle more than likely.
Actually, it's a trick question. Any answer is the wrong answer except for asking me a question, and you got to ask about the settings because there's all kinds of different reactions that could happen. Well, let's see. Does he use vis check on? Meaning, is aimbot going to activate when he's visible and not, when he's not? Is there smoothing? Is there acceleration? How much of it is? How big is his FOV? Where's his aim point? If it's on his fucking chest, man, it probably not. You probably won't react at all because you're never going to see the aim point. If you got it, there's a lot of different variables that go in there, and you would only know that as if you've had a lot of extensive time of playing with the settings and seeing what they do and how they react and shit like that. And that makes sense, techniques. Yeah. That's kind of the thing that I bring to the table with the content that I make. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'll just never get the people that are like, but Call of Shaves never cheated, so they're more credible than you. And I'm just like, are you that retarded? Really? What? Hello?
Nah, I would more so trust you. I mean, it seems weird, and I guess people wouldn't necessarily understand it if they don't try to actually think about it. But I mean, if you cheated, you understand how this stuff works, you understand the options, and you understand how a cheater plays because you've played like a cheater.
I mean, it'd be a different story if I was out there trying to qual for World Series of Warzone, even though we did play one day in quals, but I just wanted to see what it was like. But
I mean, you would know how one plays because you played like one.
Maybe I should. Yo, chat, maybe I should try to qualify for fucking next World Series of Warzone. Yo, I could make my goal dropping 4 kills, thus beating the other permaban cheater, Wagnificent. He set a record, 3 kills. So the highest kills by a permaban cheater.
Didn't
he
Bams
faded.
Get permad?
Yeah, Bams got permad.
About that.
No, he got permad.
So why the fuck don't people call him out anymore? Because I thought he was joking at first, but
no, he got permad.
That's actually crazy.
No, because he said he thinks it was for camos. The guy he let sign onto his account. It might have been, but I mean, like at the end of the day, like that's a risk you assume when you let somebody log onto your account to do your camos because 90% of them are just using an unlock tool. And that, and the other 90% of them are using cheats to grind the camos. So, I mean, like,
Yeah, that's that's insane, man. That's wow. You wanna continue watching this guy?
Let's watch this guy here.
Welcome again. How's that possible? How do you break somebody twice? He healed?
He's one. Down.
Did you full screen it?
Yeah.
One's down over there if you can.
More damage than you were.
You're good.
We're gonna try and lock in, dude. I'm telling you, I'm feeling a little hazy tonight, bro.
Oh, okay. So his headshot.
No.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, look, he's slightly looking into the
crazy.
left.
Holy shit.
Good reaction time, huh?
Last one's to the right.
You can't even hear that. That's.
What a pussy, dude.
There's 2 of them then.
There's a guy out here in the back too.
Low key, this looks like footage.
Watching the right flank.
And then he's just sitting there
This
watching
guy keeps
it,
gassing
pretending
me,
he's
dude.
playing it.
Yeah. I think he is on controller.
He was just on this corner over here. Oh, sniping on the side.
Which, hold on. So, it was showing keyboard and mouse, and then he loaded into the game, but it shows the icons. So, like, if you have a dead zone that's like 0 or 1, like I have mine, like a real low dead zone, like basically anybody that shoots straight in this game, you know how it reacts when you use your try to use your mouse in game when you have the controller plugged in? Or is that just uniquely me? It'll never stay on the keyboard and mouse icons because of my dead zone being so low. But then again, I got a bit of stick drift. Maybe this guy's just like master of using default dead zones or something.
Can't see him. I'm just shooting this tree.
I can't see him. I'm just shooting this tree.
Slide. That just almost cost me my life.
Anybody want to go ask this guy if he's got his controller overclocked?
This guy on the tree is gonna die.
That's the thing. He is unaware as fuck. So, I mean, earlier when we started the clip at the beginning, it took him like fucking 4 seconds to notice that sniper.
All I can see is little fractions of his little body.
I'm like,
I can see the fractions of his little body.
There's still one up somewhere. I need to throw this plate back. Actually, I might be okay.
He plays too confident too. That's one thing is, if you're consistently confident and you're just consistently doing good, it just doesn't add up.
That might be where he's at if he's not in here.
Yeah, probably.
Well, maybe that's why you weren't paying very much.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you.
That's
brother.
a dog shit clear going up them stairs.
Oh, right behind us.
Yeah, like look at his centering, bro. Like I never do that. I'm making sure. I'm
right
getting-
behind us. How,
Oh, I saw somebody in this window, bro.
Yeah.
You said this guy's top 250?
Yeah, he.
All right, I'm gonna push back to the spy station.
50 calling card. I'm not even joking.
On the buy
Like
station.
this guy's unaware and he's unaware. So like, what the fuck kind of play is that? You just start going.
So yeah, and look at the dead zones. He's got default dead zones. I promise you, those are default dead zones. They have to be default. Look at the laser beams, and then look at almost like he's trying to find the aim assist, but his dead zones are so high that he's fucking flicking right and left, like the entire length of this building almost.
On the buy
Right
station.
here at the end of this kill.
Oh,
Towards the end of this kill.
Because he's going
pretty
to grab
weak.
his teammate. That was
right.
No, I understand that. I'm talking about his aim though.
I can't quick buy anymore, dude.
Yeah, his aim is weird. That's what I noticed because I mean.
Yo, what is he shooting at?
I'm going to
What
my
is he
body.
shooting at?
Why do I have C4?
You see how it's not locking on like it did when he killed the clip earlier I sent you?
Yeah.
You see how it's not locking on the same?
Drake, thanks for the follow, bro.
Because if you look at the clip I
Dion?
sent
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, but most people that are using a
Crazy.
soft aimbot are also toggling that soft aimbot, whether they're using on
that's
fire
what I'm trying
or more than likely a foot pedal or
I
something.
really wish I can get my load out.
Yeah,
That'd be
well,
sick.
That's what I'm trying to point out. So you remember, like we said,
I
how
hear you.
one of our guys
Might be able to
out for
fry this
cheating.
kid.
He noticed that we're behind him.
Not a
and so he
single shot.
toggles it.
Actually, just one at the very end there.
This kilo is so bad.
I got a bad one too, bro. I got a bad one too.
You guys push up because I'm landing on my body over here. They can see me.
That's the same, bro. That's
Yeah,
This one I just picked up's a little better.
not his movement, but like his look is so fucking rigid. I keep going back to that. Like, yeah, but his centering's awful, and like the responsiveness of his right stick is definitely not there for somebody that shoots nukes,
Why do I feel
man.
like this game?
There's people on the left, and
75 minutes.
he's only gonna look over once, and he's just okay.
It's been 71.
Yeah.
He's cracked. Super
He's
cracked.
just constantly running out in the open. He's not gonna
Would you
stay
like any
behind the
gun?
wall and rotate to the
I can
right.
grab 'em.
I would stay behind that
I'd
wall and
chill,
I'd rotate
bro.
to the right. I'd not want to go into the open on the left because
Oh,
there's
it's in
people
the
on the
storm
left
now.
from earlier when I was fighting.
Where'd this guy
That's
go?
a
Over
stupid
here.
play that makes no sense.
Crossing over.
He's gonna push it because he knows.
Teammate right beneath me. Right beneath me.
That makes no sense to me.
Wait, how does this guy know that guy's there? Am I fucking tripping? Nah.
One. He's cracked. Super cracked.
Yo, how does he know that guy's there in the garage?
Would you like any gun?
I'm the
I can
one right
grab
by
you.
that guy and got shot in the back.
I
100%, without a doubt.
Oh, it's in the storm now.
Let's see if we hear it.
Where'd this guy go? Oh, right here. He's crossing over. Teammate right beneath me, right beneath me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. You don't hear shit. Do you hear anything?
No, and then he just shoots the fucking wall.
One. Oh my god, he's a bullet.
Let me shoot some bodies.
He's got to come out of here.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I bet this guy's fucking a plat. I bet this guy legitimately is a plat.
Yo, anime.
Diamond, nah, probably plat.
Yo, anime.
They're weirdos.
Sean.
That kid tried to slide out on me like he was something, dude.
Oh my god. He's standing here.
Yeah, he was feeling himself because he was farming somebody with no plates. Coming back for their shit on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same match they ran into you guys? Or
I'm
not?
feeling it, brother. I'm feeling it.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm
the
not
dead
too sure.
slides. Holy shit.
You said you landed at Super, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were at
then or what?
Super.
It's
like
No, this don't look 250.
What are you doing, dude?
I think they came to Super. I don't think we landed at Super. I don't remember this match fully. Just go through it and see if
Yeah,
we find
we'll try to find the clip in question.
Because he wasn't streaming super long.
This is his 2-hour stream.
Like it was.
Yeah.
Oh, because yeah, Discord's through your stream.
Yeah.
Do you play on a PS5 controller, Marvin?
I do.
Yeah, I don't even think this is plat either.
Thank you.
I think he's gold best.
I mean, his movement and stuff is good, but his his center.
All in this building. 3 of them, guys.
This guy's might be cheating. Like, who just flies out there like that? What was that?
Hold up.
One's broke.
Am I tripping? Or was that delay?
On him.
I don't know.
That was crazy.
That
Dude,
was
come
crazy
slide
kill.
cancel.
Oh, people on me. Holy.
Yeah.
They're stacking too.
Okay. I got dog shit weapons. I'm gonna do my part.
I'm coming.
It's the one time I see him center something good,
He's on
and he's
the
centering the
this
door.
They're all in this building. 3 of them, guys.
This guy's might be cheating. Like, who just flies out there like that? What was that?
That's probably
One's
luck.
On him.
That was.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm so confused where Super is located. Like, I think, I still think
This
of
might
the
be it.
Super
This might be
store.
it.
And, oh,
Right
people
here.
on me. Holy. They're
Is
stacking
this
too.
guy retarded?
I got dog shit weapons. I'm gonna do my part.
I'm coming.
So green's over there, so that's
You're
why
on
he goes
fucking
over there.
UAV, bro. They're on UAV.
They're all in this building. 3 of them, guys.
This guy's might be cheating. Like, who
So
just
they were-
flies out there like that?
They were
No,
on
they're not.
UAV. They were.
No, they're not. Are they? Because it
They were.
doesn't say UAV on the side.
Yeah, no, you can see it. Red
Yeah,
light.
see the outline on the minimap. He's on UAV.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It just
All in this
ended.
building.
He
3 of
fucking
them,
flew
guys.
out the
This
door
guy's
at him.
might be cheating. Like, who just flies out there like that? What was that?
I mean, if the guy's cheating, what's that say for you, bud? You fucking painted him with a.
I
That was
noticed
crazy.
cheaters usually
That
call
dude
out
comes
other
slide
people.
canceling out and just
Yeah.
shoots
Yeah.
for
I
the
wouldn't
head.
doubt it.
I mean,
No, no.
even if you
Holy
hear my
shit.
Superstore
That
should
is
be.
psycho.
It might be this
Hey,
match that they're
Mark,
talking
the
about. It.
Dude, I
psycho.
can't. Dude, they're all just every one of them.
What? Yeah, let's see who's winning inside. Yeah,
Going
he's
Super?
played with these guys
Going
before.
Super?
Naughty headed.
yeah.
I don't know the rest of his teammates, but it's all good. Where to, y'all?
On blue ping?
Oh,
we can
Blue
go
Pink,
there. We can go there.
yes.
Whatever
My
you
bad.
want.
No, I F10, bro.
It'll never be the same. It's all.
I still
They
think.
probably rotate Super this match.
It'll
Yeah,
never
well,
be
he
the
gets
same.
shit
Thank
on
you.
here, so maybe out of the.
Could I plug it into my? Does anybody feel like the gi right now? Like better after?
I don't know. Tap every time.
The way, appreciate you. Oh, I'd have never gotten up.
Is there a difference between playing COD on BattleNet,
On the heli?
Game Pass, and Steam? Do you know if there's a performance?
Oh my
difference?
god,
Another one, heli.
Amax,
I think
Amax
it
kind of
was
fries.
on
boys.
Battle.net, but I don't know. I've never played on Steam. But I heard people say
here.
Battle.net's performance.
It's like right
is
here.
better.
Right around this corner, just. Yeah.
I think this was later on in the
Fucking in
stream. I
chat.
think He got off shortly after.
I was like,
This is not. This
oh my god, these guys are already pre-aiming me up here. That was
So you
weird.
said he almost got almost got off. Yeah, that's what people off.
He's one in there.
Maybe let me pull the VOD up too and see if the VOD's up. Mm. Uh,
This dude is walling at 125. So that's probably one of you guys.
what's the name?
Patient Gazelle.
I think
Another
so,
team
yeah.
straight ahead. They're buying loading.
There it is. Yeah, I literally clicked right to it.
I just broke him with my nade.
Alright, let's go to the start of this game.
Over there.
Oh, you just looked at the timestamps of the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then this should be it. So Superstore, that's when my guy like
One shot on the buy.
Start of the game.
Being real. I had no shit.
Oh, there, yeah, you just gotta mess
On me, and I can't shoot anything further than 10 yards, so.
Wait, what did
in a predicament here.
Must have had higher KD than me.
Oh my god, I can't shoot this gun.
What?
It's so bad.
What?
Whole team on me, and I can't shoot anything
ass.
further than 10 yards, so.
Dude, what?
He doesn't know how
In
to
a
pull
predicament
down.
here.
No, he doesn't. That was like just fucking firing and letting go.
Yeah, he's not pulling
No
down or
shot.
anything.
This guy's top 250. There's no shot. If he's top 250, then I've got 100,000
No,
subscribers, and somebody
they're
needs
just
to
over here.
buy me a plaque.
Yeah, they're pushing up.
That's a crazy call out. He's
That
just
is
staring over there
insane.
like he
Dude, all my
knows-
guns,
he
I'm
just knows
picking up
someone's
just
there.
pepper people. They don't actually. I'm not missing any shots. I just.
Yo, really? Oh, dude, this video is gonna
Just
be
really
grabbing.
bad.
I'm gonna make it.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah, I need that I need that tag, Brent. No, I'm joking. Yeah, this is good content. This is
I'm
good
not having
content.
fun. This is crazy. Whoa.
Yeah,
Everybody that
everyone
killed
cheating.
him is a cheater. What the fuck?
Wait, who?
Daddy's
Oh, that
was cleaned out.
Oh, they're calling my guy out. Oh no.
Was that your guy?
Yeah, that's anime, bro.
Didn't look sus to me. He just fucking slid the quarter out him, shit on him. He got pissed on
In the
him.
game, it probably wasn't much to begin with.
Wait, so that's how he shoots with the pistol? That's how he shoots with the pistol, but we just seen him shoot with the ground loot, whatever that was, the Cypher?
Could aimbot like be disabled at a distance? Like if they're too far, will
Yeah,
it like
yeah,
disable?
yeah, 100%. So you can reach it out to however far you set. That's one of the settings, one of the basic settings of an aimbot is how far out it goes. Because obviously you don't, like you may want aim assist at 80 meters, but you don't want it to accidentally lock on to somebody that's further away than your ESP. Say you only have your ESP set to like 120 meters and your aimbot set to 120 meters, but you know, you don't want it to like lock onto somebody 250 meters away or something like that, if that makes any sense. But I doubt that you would set it at 10 meters. That would be just, what the fuck would that do?
I haven't been able to find any
At that
guns
point, just use
that's
rotational
like-
aim assist and run an SMG if you're really, you know?
That makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes
that's-
sense.
Ground loot situation.
We got
Gotta fix
little
this up.
money, but we're just together and blah.
Yeah, we got enough
And
for sure.
I think this is when my guy
We
Elijah
used to buy
kills
it.
them.
Superstar, but probably not that safe.
He just came back from the
There was
goosh.
people in Super when I went in there.
Yeah, they're
Oh, really?
calling us out right now.
Yeah, they heard him
Well,
on
I
side.
did not see
I
shit
dipped out
there.
of there.
Did you see
Yeah,
anything?
I think they dipped out yet.
Bro, come right here.
Yeah, that's Elijah.
probably
That's
a lot.
Elijah.
Park
That's
it. That's
Elijah. there's Sean. There's Daddy's
These guys
boy.
are crazy.
Look.
Smacked him again.
Yo,
Just have-
he's got legitimately, so he's legitimately got the, he doesn't have per optic zoom or whatever. That's why when he was ADS'd on his sniper and he tried to make that move, it was so fucking slow. This guy's got like stock ass settings and shit like that.
Oh, sure.
Look at that. Who does
Somebody
that?
else
Who
is
hard scopes
sniping
that?
Far away.
It's not too top 250, Chad. Don't get it fucking twisted. Don't get your hopes up. Be like, this
Just shoot
guy's
this kid
worse
with
than
the
me.
pistol
I can
'cause I
hit
got
top
nothing else,
250.
as
Trust me.
usual.
Not without his cheats, you won't.
The Superstore used to have
this
so
gets-
much loot.
What?
If this was the team that killed me, they were super weird, bro.
He tries to cheat.
Yeah, I had no shit. That's the kid who killed me. Yep, 100%. 100%.
They just called out Elijah. Yep. Elijah's an actual top 250, by the way. I PC checked him and everything. This dude does not cheat. Why is he aiming and look at him? Look at him. Look how he's centering.
Daddy's boy again.
He's staring at the fucking wall. What?
He's sussy McGussy, huh? I still only have a pistol, FYI. He just jumped out. He just jumped out. It's like right above me here.
Yep. What?
Yo, man, what cheats are you using, bro?
Crazy. That's actually crazy.
That's comical.
No hits on that stone.
I've not seen this whole clip of Superstore, but this shit is fucking hilarious. I think I was dead right here. I was in Ghoulie.
I highly doubt that I can kill this kid with my pistol, guys.
Yeah, why the fuck are you
I
running
pinned a
around
gun.
with a pistol and not trying to loot?
There's a couple here. Oh, he's on fire station.
Oh, that's terrible. No, that's terrible aim. When his aimbot's not working, his aim is fucking dog shit.
But you see his aim though, right? Like now it doesn't make sense, but then he
No,
locks
yeah, it
on to
makes
him
sense.
later
He's
on.
cheating. It's viz check. So his aimbot's not working unless the aim point's visible.
There is armor box. I need that here.
So unless the guy has upper chest, a good representation of that's going to be when he tries to rip somebody on a heady. Anybody with that steady of aim should be able to rip it. You know, should have a good shot at ripping somebody off a heady.
What'd you do? Oh yeah, we gotta go to the roof. I don't think you can shoot him anymore.
Not to pat
I think you actually have
myself
to
on
go
the
to
back or
roof.
anything. I shoot pretty straight, and I love rip. My favorite thing to do on Top Prison, and you guys already know, is rip people off that fucking heady on Top Prison of Rebirth.
You know, that's why I'm not landed in prison yet. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Am I tripping? You just see him
If we
jump
do
in the
the
corner and
supply run, we
fucking
all
walk
get
back and
selfs.
what?
Yeah.
His center, like he's staring at walls too. It's just like when they push the kid, when they're pushing, he's like, oh, he's up top. Before he's pushing, he's staring through the walls. He's staring at the walls.
Mm-hmm.
He's not staring straight, and he's not looking up. Like,
What's up with this?
it makes
Is
no
this
sense.
render lag on my end? That's not render lag on my end.
Oh
That must be his.
shit, bro.
What is that? His fucking screenshot cleaning? His movement's trash. I'm telling you. I don't know who thinks he's got good movement. I think his movement's dog shit.
You got a.
Big Bertha.
You saw a Big Bertha, yeah.
Yeah.
Second loadout too.
I think this is when they put scrap.
Look at that. Fucking.
I don't know why he's slide canceling when he has melee out. There's no point to slide cancel. That's stupid. You're slowing yourself down.
It looks cool.
Oh, yeah, it looks cool. I don't slide cancel. If I'm melee out, I'm not slide canceling. I'm just running. It just
I won't catch it here.
saves time. I'm trying to get behind cover as quick as possible, especially if I'm open.
Yeah, I'm not trying to run out in the open in Verdansk, especially with the HDR or what it is.
Nah.
We're sniping inside a pool?
I'm not.
Teammates are cheating now.
Oh, you want to bang the supply right now?
I mean, birds of a feather
Flying in on the
generally
right side
flock
as well,
together,
guys.
brother.
Storage.
Yep.
He's called what? 4 people out already for cheating that we've seen so far.
No,
One shot on the buy.
No, somebody else. From a,
Oh my fucking god. I
what
can't hit it.
angle?
I'm getting fooled by other people, man.
Oh, he climbed up a car to do
Oh,
that.
everybody's
Oh.
cracked.
Could you go back and
Yeah.
show your roster real quick
Oh
when he
lord.
pulls up to that? Just want to make sure I'm not seeing anything. Yeah.
One shot on the buy.
No, somebody else.
Look at that. Like, no.
Fucking god. I
What
can't
You
Am
see
I
how no, he's terrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
it's
climbed up
terrible.
a car
So
to
whenever
do that.
somebody's in
Everybody's
his FOV, so whenever hold on, let me pause this fucking shit.
Oh lord.
So whenever he's got the enemy in his FOV, right? Imagine an FOV. You can see my mouse cursor, I think. Imagine an FOV like this big on his screen, right? Whenever the enemy is, like imagine it like a circle, and anything in whenever the chest or upper neck goes inside that circle, he's got perfect aim. Whenever not, he's going You know, like he's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like I get it, like you break aim assist sometimes. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But your aim doesn't go fucking bananas like it's your first time picking up a fucking controller. That's a definite sign to me that there's some fuck shit going on. He's not good.
The supply of money. Fuck.
No, he's not top 250 good
No,
by any means.
like I said, they were talking in chat. Like I'm saying he's probably plat, and some people are like he hasn't even made it. I bet he could make plat.
I mean,
but
I would say he's definitely above the average player, but he's not 250 level.
Hey, what is that? Who?
I mean, I could see that, but it's just his centering. His centering makes no sense to me. I think that's the biggest factor, and this is how I'm able to tell. This is like one of the big things that I guess you could say. I'm not trying to goon my own self or bloat myself, but decent players are able to tell someone's cheating just based off their
I have
movement.
Artist War, and I would not have heard that.
I think he had it pinged.
2.
Did you not have him pinged?
Did he have a ping?
Or I think he pinged or called out or something. I want to keep it as real as possible. I don't want to.
No, I know. That's been.
Your squad mate won the fight. They're
This
redeploying
is
now.
Right in front of me here.
It's not ping.
I could hear him. I could
You can hear it?
Yeah, I could hear him slide.
Oh, they're up there.
I don't. Like if you go back, you can hear it. You just hone in on it.
2.
The fuck isn't this?
Your squad mate won the fight. They're redeploying now.
Right.
Right in front of me here.
I'm trying to land on where I
So what
died.
triggers him is the slide.
they're
I
up
heard the
there.
slide, but it's very light. I mean, I wouldn't anticipate him to be by the buy. I would think he's directly on my right though. Could you hear the
You knock him?
the slide or no?
He's dead.
Bare faintly, but it was like meshed in with his slide too. Yo, here's another thing. I maybe I'm fucked up, and I just. But do people not know that corner slice shit doesn't do anything but fuck your aim up? Like your character's not leaning like at all. Like your character model doesn't do like that's not a thing. Like you're still just like it doesn't. It's not like Siege where you're peeking just with your top. It doesn't work like that. It's literally just fucking people's aim up.
Big bag, big bag.
Someone's looking at me nearby. I seriously think I'm blind. I need to do something about these.
Nice shots.
Thank you. I thought he killed me for a minute. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it's kind of obvious this kid's walling his dick off though.
Oh,
It is pretty obvious that he's walling, and I mean, like,
from over there.
for me, it's a little bit more obvious to me that he's fucking that he's got something going on with
Lots
his
of
aim,
loot guns and
based
shit
off
here.
of how wild
So
it
the supply
becomes
run is
when
done or
the aim
what?
the aim location's not
It's-
available.
Like I said, I think the biggest thing with this guy is like it's kind of it's everywhere. He's either
Okay.
fucking he's able to see shit and then he's not able to see shit. Does that make sense? Like
I'm back.
So
I had to.
when I was doing the thing, there's this thing called sensory overload, and it does happen when you have too much information on your screen at one time. There's too much going on, and like I'll be honest,
something like too much players.
just too much shit going on your screen. You know what I mean? You got you like, for instance, if I'm in a 1v3 situation, I have a better chance of not experiencing a sensory overload when I'm 1v3ing this team without the knowledge that there's a full man bounding over from the fire station to storage right now. If that makes any sense to you.
It's I don't know, man. It's insane though, and I don't like to call people out for cheating, but I mean this guy is. It makes no sense.
I don't know where this guy's teammates are.
That kid said
I
fake
see
people.
one.
This guy's right up my alley though.
We're at the house outside, right?
It's just a matter of watching the footage and seeing what he's up to. based off of the characteristics he
Can anyone
exhibits.
send me a plate?
Yeah, I've got 3. I'll drop one.
I got more.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, yep.
That's
Can you
this
imagine
is
having a Wi-Fi password and having Giddy as a fucking password?
Sean, we've been watching the
you wanna
VOD,
take a
bro,
couple
and
off
there's
me?
like,
I'm chilling, bro.
there's just so
I
much
just found some
instances
right
of
here.
them walling. It's
More
insane.
plates right here.
Of course, bro. You're gonna get that when you watch the dude that walls. But the fact that he has it,
That's crazy.
on.
Bro's talking shit to me right now.
Hold on.
Holy shit.
Specialist doesn't exist in this game, huh?
But listen,
It will.
because he's
It will?
on and
I'm
off.
sure, yeah. They
That
never
means that
don't
he
have
most
it.
likely has a radar. Like 90% sure he has a radar on.
Another supply run?
Yeah.
If not, he has a pedal with his
Ourselves?
walls and aimbot.
No, you wouldn't do that. That would
falling
be
in on my
fucking
left.
stupid.
He
The
guarantees
pedal
has
would
a
be
pedal
used for
his
aimbot. So I think, yeah, I was getting ready to say, because like when the aim point is not available, because it's like upper chest,
Another team
neck
straight
right area.
ahead.
When you're on a
Right.
car on a heady, his aim goes to bonkers, like somebody with default
Just
dead
work with my
zones
name.
that just picked up a controller.
I'll be right
I
back.
got
Let me
one
go
down,
get my
like 3 cracked.
Give me 2 seconds. My thing is here.
Hear that, right? He's climbing up.
Holly.
Robot food.
Got plate on him?
You know what caused him to turn around?
What?
His teammates shooting each other. But even though he turned around,